everybody, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes, we are glad it's finally here. Welcome back to the Hollowed RPG channel here on Twitch and YouTube. I'm your DM for the night, Richard, and we're back tonight with the campaign Eye of the Storm. So yeah, last we left off, our adventurers, the Storm Chasers, or lesser known but more official Poppy and the Storm Chasers, had finally made their way out of Sugod after the tumultuous events of the Count Linnaeus' death and the plot of trying to blame the Blue Nightingale and all that entailed. They finally made their way out of the city and on their way to the Emerald Pine Forest, where they are going to investigate what's been going on there with the Emerald Conclave, a druidic conclave that has been there since even there, before there was a Kingdom of Ilari. And they're doing this at the behest of Duke Elias of the House of Lensor, the Duke of the North Ward here in the Kingdom of Ilari. After exiting Sugod, even though it being on lockdown, with Fentwick, aka Sir Marindale, using his authority, the Storm Chasers were to be allowed passage in and out. The group made their way, the rest of the group cloaked in invisibility to try to maybe throw off the scent of whoever might be watching. From there, they went south first to retrieve Fentwick's familiar, who he had commanded to stay outside the city limits, holding a precious item that they had recovered from the Candlewick Marshes, the Key of Ambrosius, which Fentwick identified is a key that would allow entry into the Tower of Ambrosius, a magical tower in the southeastern portion of Ilari that no one has been able to enter for at least a couple millennia. After retrieving Fentwick and the key, they made their way around the city rather than going through and back onto the road to make better time, and then eventually made camp as the sun was about to set and take rest. Fentwick casted his tiny hut of protection, and the four adventurers took refuge for the night, safe in the knowledge that nothing could harm them, at least, while they're in the dome. However, sometime during the night, Belladin, you were awoken as you heard sounds of someone running along the snow and crying for help, and the howling of wolves. And that is where we're going to pick up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember telling everybody, no, it's nothing, you can go back to sleep. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I think you might have woken him up and said,
Are we letting this guy in, or are we letting him die? Someone want to flip a coin?
There's no letting him in. There's letting us out.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I can drop it, and we can all be in danger.
let me into the dome. You
Who
have
is
to.
it? Who is this guy, Belladin?
Who are you?
I forgot my name. There's adrenaline pumping in my veins. Sithril Alarin.
Lauren.
Did you say syphilis?
Sithril Alarin. Please, they're almost here. And you hear Belladin. Oh. Closer now.
I'm going to say the command word Shirak, and my gem brightness is going to glow 60 feet. Not outside yet, but so I can see stuff. Well, to help you out, I'm planning on throwing it into the ground if I go outside.
Okay. I can deal with that.
All right.
We need
cool.
one of those hooks that tents have, where you can like hang your lantern from the center of your tent, but instead of it's in the dome, and then we can just hang
the tiny dome. It's like got like where the wood slats meet at the top. You just drop it in there.
Perfect.
The growl and snarl and one more howl, very close this time, being answered both to your left and your right.
Fine, I will poke my little finger out through the dome and touch the guy and cast invisibility on him and tell him, pipe down.
I'll say you just get that off as let's roll initiative.
Oh, nice. You gotta love a session that starts with combat. I mean, for real.
I'm gonna roll them all individually, because why not?
Yeah, I think you're right, Poppy. It is 30-30.
Are you gonna throw it though? Because I'll just make it. I'll just make the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it
campfire
out
token.
onto the ground here.
Just
Oh
dim
yeah,
light of the dome.
that's smart. That's smart. 30-30.
Poppy Sticky Fingers of Poppy and the Storm Chasers. You are up first.
I think Poppy's
You're-
still sleeping.
I don't see wolves. I'm sorry. Is the dome dropped?
No.
Nope.
No, you can pass through the dome, but if I pass through, the dome drops.
Okay.
Yep.
But you
where
guys can move
is-
in and out at will.
And we could see out, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, we can see
Okay.
it.
Where is the homeboy? Or was
Invisible.
homeboy
He was to
before
the
he
east.
disappeared?
In front of Fenwick outside the dome, and then Fenwick casted Invisibility.
Over here. I don't see nothing. So I am going to
Belladin will
see
point
wolves.
to the east and the west and say the howls are coming from the east and the west. So keep your eyes in those directions.
Initial howl to the north, and then answering howls to the east and west.
Okay. North, south, or northwest.
so what I'm
east.
going I guess I will take out my short bow and I will hold my action to attack whatever I see that's in range.
Oh, wow. You rolled so well, you got the feet rolled off of the good side of the bed. You get 2 turns at the beginning of combat.
50 feet. Ooh, 50 feet. You won't be able to see him. I'm gonna have him do a perception check.
Hey, that's bigger than regular wolf.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a big one.
You see, actually, no, he would have seen him beforehand. He just has disadvantage. You see a large gray wolf dashing out from the tree line, blood dripping from its body into the snow. And he's going to. Yeah, so he wouldn't have done that perception check because I realized.
He had
he would
seen
have
it
had line
before
of
he went
sight.
disappear.
Yeah, so he just
Yep.
had disadvantage on. And it's not like Citadel is hidden, so.
He just got done screaming, help!
Yeah, it's just disadvantage. 23.
Oh, with disadvantage? Holy crap.
Yeah. Rolled really well. And.
Oh, that's a free trip, isn't it?
Nice damage.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. You hear a scream of pain. And blood started to drip down into the snow, both from the wolf's body and coming seemingly from nowhere in the wolf's mouth. That is his turn. And 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. This one didn't see him. Probably confused about what's happening. I'm going to make him do a perception check. Rushes up. That's his turn. Not really knowing what's going on. Belladin.
Belladin's gonna look to the south over to Halbar and say, so we going out there?
My man out in the tundra is dead with these wolves around him. I think we should get out there. At least I'm ready to go.
With a bonus action, along with his movement. Well, no, actually, with a spell first, Belladin is gonna cast a 4th level spell called Guardian of Nature. You see his skin become bark-like, and his hair goes from the bleached white to a vibrant green. And I take the great tree form. I get Constitution saving throws at advantage, Dexterity and Wisdom-based attack rolls at advantage. And while I'm on the ground within 15 feet of me becomes difficult terrain for my enemies. I also get, So I'm going to do that, and then shillelagh my staff with my bonus action, but I'm not going to take a step out yet. Yeah, because from where I'm at, I've got Fenwick in the way there. Wait, I can go through space, can't I?
Yeah, difficult terrain.
Okay. Then I'm going to just pass through and stand right there on the outside. And And so I step through the edge, my staff shillelied, looking like a tree person, and that will be my turn. Oh, it's Fenthwick. It's still Fenthwick's turn.
Well, since my invisibility didn't really help him all that much, I'll briefly stick my head in my hands out of the dome.
All right.
And I will cast Confusion on the two wolves sort of to my northeast. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. So I guess it will probably might hit what's-his-face too.
You're probably not too worried about that.
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned about that. So they need to make wisdom saves.
First one.
Oh,
The wisest dire wolf in the world.
Second one.
No.
Man, this is just not my night. Wise guys, eh?
Yeah, I'll say you can make it where you don't have to hit him. So.
Well, it
but-
doesn't. Well, it scarcely matters as it didn't affect any of the two intended targets.
Yeah.
And I'll just look at that and go, well, dang. And I'll pull my head and my hands back inside the sphere.
All
And then I pop
right.
him out quickly and to the guy, you should run.
Just bleeding out. 5, 10, 30, 10 feet up. Yeah, he's gonna spend. You see another large wolf jump up on the rocks, overlooking your guys' small little encampment. As you guys remember, this little hollow is kind of sloped down, and to the north is higher ground. Probably leap off and dash, hitting your dome,
that'd be funny.
because he doesn't know. It's just
Yeah.
white.
If he's going full speed, that has to be some bludgeoning damage.
Leap off, hit your dome, slide off here. Belladin, you're the closest one.
Sure.
Give me a D20.
18.
18. All right. He does not hit the other wolf as he slides off. I'm going to have him do a dex save, though, to see if he can keep his footing. 16, so he does make it. He tumbles for a moment and lands under this tree.
Would you stop rolling so high? Thank you.
Right?
know.
Yeah, for real.
Rolling real well right now, guys.
I haven't
That
rolled under a
initiative.
15. Except for that one
Um,
wolf.
It is now Cithral's turn. Oh, gods. Oh, gods.
It's a good thing he's not
Starweaver,
surrounded.
save me.
He's still invisible, right?
No.
No.
Nope.
He's going to disengage probably. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moves to the other side of the dome.
A good call.
And he did use 10 feet of movement going through you, Belladin. He runs, another one runs from the west.
Oh, it was nice knowing you for the brief minute.
Look on the bright side. He might have some cool stuff on him.
He could be
I-
he could be a traveling merchant.
Oh, jeez.
Hit.
I don't even think he goes unconscious.
Yeah, I sure hope this NPC wasn't critical to any part of the campaign because
Yeah.
he's probably gonna die.
I don't even see how it was possible we could have saved him with the way Richard's been rolling tonight.
Halbar, you see
Yeah.
the
5 dire wolves. That was no threat to anybody. So
elven man, brightly dressed elven man, crumple to the floor in the direwolf smell after the direwolf's bite.
Perfect.
Cool. Here's my question, and this is a question for the group. Now that he's dead, can we just pull him through the dome?
That's exactly what I was going to do. Since he's an object now, I'm going to grab him and move him into the dome.
You know what? I would allow it. He is an object now.
Oh, jeez. Now I feel bad for stepping outside. 'cause this
sorry.
Next.
It says creatures and objects within the dome. When you cast a spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's dead.
Man, I'm glad we got all those diamonds.
Yeah, somebody else could just sit outside and shoot crossbow bolts at us if objects could pass through.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Or you see this other dire wolf coming from the west, and he picks up the body of Cithril in his jaws. But that's his turn.
So
Here's your go.
we going back to sleep, guys?
Yeah.
Boy, let that be a lesson to everyone. Don't travel in the forest alone at night. It's really dangerous.
Or at least show up before someone puts up a dome. Like, time your timing better. Jeez.
Out on the tundra, if they drag one of you down, it was because he was the slow one. I'm going to go back to sleep.
What is that famous saying? Like, you don't have to be faster than the bear that's chasing you. You just have to be faster than the other person you're running with.
You just have to be
I think
faster
that's
than the
right.
slowest person.
There you go.
Yep.
This one.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
He's probably just gonna move, dash up to here. Poppy, here you go.
I'm going to bed.
Polly, before you leave, Belladin looks at you and says, "You mind pulling me in before you go to bed?"
I grab Belladin. Come on.
Yep, I allow
I'll go to
myself to
bed.
be grappled.
Allow yourself to be grappled and pulled back into the dome.
I don't know if it matters because it's going to be the 3 dire wolves on the other side. But since we're going to sleep anyway, I'm going to clear the area. So after Poppy's turn, it gets back to my turn. I'm going to do something.
This wolf, seeing you, is going to, and confused, is gonna. You see him like pawing at the dome, right from the
Nice.
outside, because smells can still get out from the dome. So they can smell you guys in there. They're just very confused. He starts like trying to bite at the dome and pawing at it, and there's like a blood smear that's left from his paw. Pretty much what they're all gonna do. All right, Belladin.
I'm going to do a wall of fire around the dome facing outward. And I just measured it.
Set the tree on fire next to us.
Yeah, so it's going to go all the way around and connect to the rock. And yeah, we'll have a nice burning tree, keep us warm tonight. But it's not going to hit the guy. So, maybe we can waste 300 diamonds and see who this idiot is. I think they call that a blood debt.
Right, so you make your wall of flame, but Fenswick, it is your go.
Well, now that there's a wall of flame around us, which I believe is
Oh,
opaque,
that's nice.
Yep.
I'm like, well, they'll burn up if they try to get close. I'm going back to sleep too.
Yeah, I'm just going to concentrate from inside and be like, there you go. It'll be nice and toasty.
All right, he's within 10 feet. Do they have to make a save or no? It just happens, right?
Dex save. They can get
Dex
half damage.
Half damage. All right.
Yeah,
24
points of
damage?
Yep.
He is. I'll say he is caught on fire, and you see a flaming wolf run off into
Yeah,
the woods.
Yeah, they're all either going to be in the wall or within 10 feet of it. So they're
Yep.
all going to have to make a save.
He is on the inside. You see
Yeah.
blood spurting from his mouth. He's on the floor unconscious, though.
Okay. I'll go over and heal him on my turn.
Oh, I should make a death save for him, should I
Yeah.
not?
Oh,
9.
Doesn't the other wolf have him in its mouth? Has him in the wolf's mouth?
hopefully the fire will dissuade him.
Yeah, sure. So you see him coughing up blood in the wolf's mouth. This one, deck save.
I think that's double. I think that's 48 damage.
Oh, I didn't. Are we playing Pathfinder?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Once again, you see this wolf badly burned. Actually, you guys don't really see anything. It's opaque. You just hear yelps and smell burning fur and flesh, and howling and yelping as another wolf seems to run off.
Belladin looks behind to everybody else and like, I really should have done this from the beginning. That's poor planning on my part.
Of course, it would have burned the guy to death too. So there's
Yeah.
that.
All right, this one. Let's see.
DC was 16, so yeah, he gets 12 points of fire damage.
12 points of damage. And I'm gonna have him. No, he drops
Ooh.
Cithril and runs away from the flame. Halbar, roll for sleep.
24 points of fire damage.
Yelping and the smell of burning flesh off into the woods. Poppy, I'm assuming you're not gonna do anything.
Is there fire here? Can I go here without getting hurt?
There's no fire there, so
Oh.
you guys have the dome, so you didn't make a fire.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
squares, the squares I left open.
I'll have a little fun and tank this guy with my deck.
You'd have to go. You'd have to put your arm through the wall of fire.
This is
from.
Yeah,
the
wouldn't
dome-
suggest it.
So I can't see this then.
No, it's it. It's
No.
opaque.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's opaque.
Then I'll go to sleep. I'm already snoring at this point.
Dexterity save.
12 points
Oof.
of fire damage.
Nice.
All right, as you hear one kind of bayful yelp, and that's about it. And I'm gonna say I'm not even gonna roll for these other two. I'll just say they take the full 24 and run away. Belladin, it's your turn.
Take a 5-foot step, stick my hand
Alright.
outside, and heal him for 19.
Isn't he dead?
He made a death save.
Oh, he's an advanced NPC.
All right.
Must be an adventurer.
You must be important
Mhm.
then.
Now, hold on, let me check for an arrow wound in the knee, and we'll know if he used to be an adventurer.
Hmm.
I mean, the wolves could have ran off with him, but Belladin's wall of fire saved him. So I'll give you guys a chance to save him.
Yeah, I'll just concentrate on that for the full time. Try and dissuade any aggressive wildlife from coming nearer.
We will drop out of initiative as all threats seem to have vanished, yelping and flaming into the night.
Well, that was fun.
Well, now I could drop the dome now and
Yeah, I mean, if it's not too much trouble, Fintwick.
Or I could just, we could throw a bedroll out there. Here you go.
I'm just worried about them coming back.
Exactly. They'll certainly come back. I mean, I've seen these wolves out on the wild. They'll go limp away for a few moments, but then they'll be back with more.
so how long can you keep that wall up?
It looks like a minute. Maybe during the second
Well-
round of it, I'd just be like, well, you might want to get started. Maybe drop this because we're protected by the wall of fire for the next however long.
You saved my life.
Fine. You almost got us all killed.
My apologies. Did any of you get hurt?
Well, you did.
Yeah, yes. I was scarred. I will be scarred for life listening to your horrifying screams as wolves ate you.
As this conversation is taking place, Belladin looks at his staff and says, as the last resort, if they come back, I'll use a powerful magic in this staff and put a wall of thorns around us while you finish with the dome. That will last 10 minutes.
Oh, great.
So we see them coming back, I'll do that. Wait, there's one here. Kill it. No, it's dead. Never mind.
Would you be able to let me in to your magic dome thingy?
It's down.
It's down.
As he's saying this, there's a wall of fire around us and the dome has dropped. So we're just surrounded by a wall of fire.
The elven man steps forward once again. His kind of teal and purple robes shimmer in the brightness of Halbar's gem.
Well, we saved your life, so I think the least you can do is tell us your name and why you're out in the forest by yourself in the middle of the
And
night,
empty your pockets.
being attacked by wolves.
Of all things valuable or dangerous.
Oh, we're not gonna rob. You're doing a ritual.
I can multitask.
Belladin's gonna walk over still as a tree man and like pull the carcass of the wolf over. Might be able to get a good fur off of this.
Yeah. You typically cut it from here to here. You want me to do that?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out. Poppy and I can keep an eye out, and I'll put up the thorn wall if needed. While Fintwick is doing the dome. Hey, Elven fellow, we still don't know your name.
My apologies. Swear my manners. Cithril Ilarin, scholar of Vakel, at your service.
Scholar.
Indeed. Probably what I'm in such a mess as this. I'm not quite accustomed to traveling in such wilds as this.
Why you're out here?
I've traveled far from Vakel to study the history of my people, the history of the elves.
Where's Vakel?
You don't know Vakel? It's only the most wondrous kingdom. An isle to the southwest of the continent.
Do you not have forests there?
We do have forests, but
Not filled with wolves, I guess.
they're quite managed by the guardians there. Vakel, the roads are not quite so dangerous as it appears here in these human kingdoms.
I'll narrow my eyes as he makes that remark and kind of look at Belladin and look back and be like, wrinkle my nose.
Yeah, I'm like holding up a wolf limb as he's like cutting off the hide.
You typically spread the wolf guts and all that crap that comes out of them around the area. They won't come back.
Halbar and Belladin, give me medicine checks as you guys are doing that.
Like none of those guts are coming in this tent.
We just throw them in the burning tree. Smell nice and good.
The tree's darkened and scorched a little bit, but there was some snowfall on it, so 15. Belladin, as you were kind of helping Halbar with this and looking about, and you remember in the battle that this wolf, you remember being already wounded, and as you were helping Halbar kind of trim it and get it ready, you notice large puncture wounds around its abdomen, and the skin around it, well, all of it seems pretty blackened now.
I'm gonna, as we're having this conversation, Belladin's gonna interrupt the elf and say, "Did you do this before you ran for your life?"
Me, Starweaver, no, I'm not a fighter.
Well, someone stabbed this wolf.
I hadn't really noticed as I was running for my life.
Are they punctured like with a knife or are they punctured like with teeth?
Would I have been able to tell the difference between those two things with my 15?
With the 15, probably not.
Yeah, I can't tell. Also, we've charted up a little bit, so.
I mean,
It's hard
it's
to
a
tell.
large circular puncture wound.
Ooh.
That's as much as you could tell.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a blade. It's circular. Maybe a lance? Polearm, maybe? Hard to tell.
I was told in, well, the books I've had of your kingdoms here said that while the roads may have bandits, they're pretty well patrolled against beasts and monstrosities. So once I left my ship, the ship that brought me here to Calamore, I made my way here, hoping to make my way to the Emerald Pine Forest.
How's he dressed?
He's wearing kind of like a fancy half kind of tunic robe that goes to his right above his knees, and breeches and kind of like sashes, and it's very drapey, and it's like brightly colored purple and teal, and it kind of shimmers in the light.
Does he look protected from the weather?
Not particularly.
And you're traveling at night in this kind of weather, dressed like that?
I did not quite take all of this into account when I left Vakel. This is my first time ever leaving home. I had to see. I had to know. I had to find out if my research was true.
Research about your people, but what specifically?
My main area of research was the 3 original kingdoms of the elves here on Elorna, here in the continent of Brut. Vakel, Ysera, and Doramath. Vakel is the only one that remained, you see. But Ysera was here to the north. Initially started my interest in the Wars of Sundering and the War of Retribution. Have you heard of those?
Have we? Have I?
I would say,
I lived a pretty secluded life. I don't know if I did.
yeah, I would say Halbar and Fenwick.
I am a scholar, so
Yeah, I would say Halbar and Fenwick. You guys can roll me history checks.
Yeah, my background was literally hermit. So.
Yeah. And Poppy, well, for obvious reasons, he probably wouldn't.
While they're rolling, I'm still confused. Well,
I rolled.
do you
a
have like a
17.
camp nearby or something?
No, I was hoping there'd be some sort of inn or way stop for travelers on the way here, but there hasn't been. Things are quite different than Vikel, I must say. I haven't seen an inn or anything since I left Roden. Albar, what did you roll?
What am I rolling?
History.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Hey, you could get a natural 20. Ooh.
Or a 10 -2. I don't know what he's talking about. It's too far away from the north for me. I mean, the furthest south I've ever gone was that swamp we all went to.
Oh, the one we met at.
I would say, Halbar, you would have actually heard of the War of Retribution, not the War of Sundering. Seeing as how the War of Retribution is closely tied with the origin of your people. But the War of Sundering, you're not too sure about. Yeah, you don't know too much, right? You weren't ever one much for deep history, more about tales of heroics and stuff. But of course you've heard about the War of Sundering and the War of Retribution, yes?
In passing, I've heard about the War of Retribution. That other thing, no, not so much.
Yes, I've heard something about it.
Well, I see that some of your friends haven't. You've heard of the Drow or the Dark Elves, yes?
Yes.
According to my people's myths, all the elves were once one, united as one as the children of a seal. We were united in two different kingdoms, the kingdom of Ure de Seal and Kala de Seal. It is said that there, in those kingdoms, we worship the Prime, looking out on the wonder of their creation and the void from which they came.
Fintwick just stabs him in the throat while he's talking. Jesus, Fintwick. Fintwick, no, I just healed him.
No, yeah, right in the middle of it, I just throw the dagger down in front of him, just to see what it'll do.
He's talking, and I saw the dice roll, and I was like, what is Richard doing? What's happening right now?
And you see him, and as he starts going, like, you see his eyes just start to, like, shine, and it's like that where, like, you've got someone who's like, this is, like, their life, and this is
It's
what,
oh,
like, the...
crap.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have asked him that last question.
There we lived in peace, but it was not to last. For you see, the eternal war raged in Alorna. So the Star Weaver, who you call Gian, came to the children and asked their aid in the War of Eternals. So we came, and we fought. Eventually, after the Valinar's lieutenants were imprisoned, and peace was made, for now, so the stories say, that was when Shadalar, the betrayer, led the Drow astray to worship Valinar instead of the Hexed, and the Prime. So that thus the first War of Sundering took place. It was a hard-fought war, according to the records, but eventually the Drow were driven north to the frozen wastelands and the spine of Barud. And for a few generations, peace was had again, until the Drow came down seeking vengeance and the War of Retribution. But
Right. I think I heard something about that. Didn't some courageous elven brothers wipe them out or something?
you do know your history then? Yes. Princes of the Kingdom Ysera rode north alone and united the north to hold back the Dark Elves' army until the rest of Barud and the rest of the Elven kingdoms could march and make way.
I'm named after one of those elven princes.
Are you now? What is your name?
You just call me Hal. My given name is Halianthalar.
Haliantha. I take it you're an expert with a bow then?
Not really.
Odd. Eventually, these three princes, they were able to hold off the Drow army in time, but not in time for the capital of Ysera to be destroyed in the Emerald Pine Forest, its citizens making refuge along the Hilduin River, where the new capital was formed until the Barudians came, but that's quite a bit later in history. Now, capital Ysera, here in the Emerald Pine Forest, was said to have been destroyed by some vast weapon the Drow had, some terrible destruction. I was hoping to come here and maybe find some records of it, but that's not all. And he kind of leans in at this point. Do you want to know what I'm really looking for?
I have a feeling you're going to tell us.
In my research, in the midst of the eternal war and our homes as the children of a seal. We were beseeched to come to Elorna to fight the armies of the betrayer. Now, most scholars have always believed this to mean Valinar's lieutenants and their dragons, but I've found one ancient text deep within our records that says we were to fight the peoples of Valinor. No such record ever refers to dragons as people. So who are these people?
Maybe they're both dragons and people.
Do you think? What would you say that for? Think that'd be possible?
I don't know. You said people and dragons, so I just thought you might mash them together.
The Berudians were said to have worshipped dragons in Valinor, and always refuted the elves' claim of being the first peoples, and that the holy blood of the dragons were the originators of this land.
Hey, Fenthwick, didn't you find some of that armor? It was like all elaborately carved and everything. You said it was like Berudian or something. Is this the same thing?
It's the stuff that our old paladin friend took.
Belladin's listening closely to all this. Is there anything in his research or findings that would point towards dragons and people being one and the same in some way?
Roll me a history check.
17 for a 17.
In your research and your delvings, both in your home and in some of the ruins abroad, in a lot of Berudian ruins, a lot of their statues were, while most other kingdoms, made statues of themselves, the Berudians made most of their statues, especially the military statues, in the forms of bipedal-looking humanoid dragons.
Okay.
Now, most scholars throughout history have disregarded the Berudians as being fanatics, trying to justify their conquering and their claims to this land from the elves. I, however, would rather see the truth for what it is and not by bias. If I could find any record of any other peoples or any other such mention of who the armies of the betrayer were in the Eternal War. It's either here or in the Sakine Desert, and, well, I'm not so keen to go there. He kind of chuckles to himself.
Well, you dressed for it.
Yeah, you're not dressed for the snow, that's for certain.
Well, I admit I was not prepared quite for all of the encounters here in your kingdoms, but the cold or heat won't bother me so much.
So do you mean to tell me you're going to go to the Emerald Conclave? Is that where you're headed ultimately?
Actually, I was, once I'd heard about the actual dangers of the Emerald Pine Forest, I was hoping to make my way to Sugod. You know that Sugod and its surrounding area were built on the ruins of the second capital of Ysera.
Really?
Indeed.
Aw. Yeah, this is when Belladin starts taking notes.
What's Ysera, Fenthwick? Or whatever he said.
Sorry?
What is that word he just said? Ysera? Ysera? What is that? Do you know what that is?
City name, I guess.
Fenwick, roll me a history check. 12. Yeah, well, you're not super familiar with Ysera's, this name itself. You do know that at least most elven kingdoms, in fact, most non-human kingdoms, like dwarven, elvish kingdoms, tend to be city-states rather than multiple. They don't tend to branch out into multiple cities. They tend to have one city-state, and their capital and kingdom name is the same.
So it's the general area.
Yeah, and in the beginning he had mentioned that there were 3 kind of original elven kingdoms that had been formed after they had Eternal War. There was Ysera, Vakel, and Dor Ammath.
Yeah, that's way too much of a lore dump for me to capture all in notes. It'd be nice if that were written down somewhere.
I'll get it. Don't worry.
I'm typing feverishly. Just oh shit.
Well, the great thing is we have this recorded, so could you imagine though? Another peoples here on Barud. Even in Alorna itself, I've never heard of such a thing. Not
Based
even the
on
Isles of
all-
Mahar, the continent of Shore.
So what?
I've-
So you lost me a bit there. What exactly are you looking for? You're looking
Well-
for these people, you say, but I mean,
Records mostly.
I- okay. Because I mean, if you're looking for the actual like dragon people, I think somebody would have noticed a bunch of dragon people walking around.
I've come from the bottom of this continent, and I've kind of gone from one ruin to the next as I made my way north. And I can tell you that there's not much in the way of records. There are statues aplenty of the peoples that you speak of, bipedal dragon people. But yeah, there's not much in the way of records. I can tell you. Maybe I haven't been to the right places.
You
But,
were talking
you're-
about the ruins of Old Barud, the
Mhm.
Barudian Empire. I'm talking about records of my people. Even the War of Retribution seemed like a time of myth. To my people, it's history. And we can count the generations since it happened.
The War of Retribution was real. It's been passed down to my people for generations. In fact, it was one of the prime reasons why the Northern Watches were founded. The Elven people could not stay in these places. It was harsh lands. Our people were already settled. It is said the princess came along and forged a friendship. And as these beasts of a man were driven back, we created outposts along the tundra that overlooked the Dagger Mountains. Every mile or so, there was a large ice, what would it be, a soldier or whatever, erected that held a pyre fire. And we ran from soldier to soldier. If there were any ever sightings of even, the orcs coming down from the north, these pyres would be lit, and my people would prepare for any kind of battle. It's been not in my lifetime, but years since we've seen any of these incursions.
You're a Northern Watcher.
I am.
You've seen them then.
I haven't seen
They
them.
actually exist. No, the North Watchmen. These statues or whatever as you call it.
They exist.
Russia.
I've
Wow,
patrolled
see.
them myself.
They still exist then.
It's
To
been,
see them with my own eye.
I mean, well, we're heading out there eventually. Once we take a peek at what's going on in the Emperor Conclave for friend Belden over here. We affectionately refer to him as Pops. His white hair is not meaning of age. It's just born with white hair. But I digress. I mean, I don't digress. What I'm saying is, yes, we exist. And we're hoping to make it back there.
It's time when elves and men, and elves and all other races, our alliances and friendships were stronger than before the Barudians, before we of Akel shut out the world. To be honest, not many of my people have left the Isle in at least a couple generations. Since the Barudians destroyed what was left of Ysera and Doramuth.
I mean,
But I had to know.
you say you're going to Sagad. We can't take you to Sagad. Our duty lies elsewhere. We've made a vow to another man to go ahead and look what's going on. We made a vow to our friend Belladin here. But once we're done with that, we're going to head to, what's that city again, Fenthwick? Along the river? I don't remember. Where we left the dead elephant man. Once we get there, Duinshire.
Duinshire.
There you go. We're going to head through the Chilwyn Pass to the north and hope to, if I get any signals, hope to meet up with some of my people who have escaped from the orcs and made their way to the fortress far, far to the north.
Of course, I wouldn't expect you to drag me along and have to babysit me. As I said, I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, on that note, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Do you have any magical capabilities, or does he have a dagger? Does he have a short sword? Is any weapon on him?
Unfortunately, my talents lie purely in the theoretical standpoints of arcane. It's a fascinating subject. I'm not a practitioner, unfortunately.
Theory and not practice.
Yes, nor am I quite adept at handling the blade. As I said, I quite underestimated how different the world is compared to Vikel. I thought if I had stuck with on the roads, there'd be no dangers.
Belladin,
Yeah.
Belladin, you're a man of the wilds.
Mm-hmm.
How long is our new friend here going to last out here?
You should already be dead.
I think he was really dead, actually.
Yeah, I brought you back to life.
My one redeeming quality, physically at least, is I am quite quick. How far is it to Sagod from here?
It's less than a day.
Uh,
Or for a quick elf, maybe half a day.
I think I should be able to make it to the city, no problem.
I don't mean
If
to
you're
be
going to travel
rude.
around these lands, you might want to think about hiring a little protection.
Would such men and women of arms be ready available to hired by an elf like me?
No idea.
House size. I don't mean to be rude, but how old are you?
312. I'll be 313 in about 2 months' time.
You should have spent at least, I don't know, 10 years of that learning how to wield a weapon.
I mean, if he doesn't take it up when he's young, Belladin. I mean, I'm not sure if 312 is young. It doesn't sound young. He's never going to be very good at it.
Fortunately, I do not have the aptitude to much of the chagrin of my own father.
Do we take this guy back to Sugod and spend another day and a half or half a day?
Well, how's the road from here to Sagod during the day? You all must have traveled on it.
My experience, it was pretty safe. We didn't have any troubles going to Sugad.
Yeah, and you guys were kind of staying a little bit to the side of the road, right? Well, you guys were on the road because you wanted to make time. You guys would remember that there was increased patrols from the Northern Legion along the road.
All right, so he'll be fine as long as he has a safe place for tonight.
Seeing as you've all saved my life, I hate to ask a favor of you, though.
But I have a feeling you're going to.
Your feelings are quite right tonight, my friend. If you all happen to go to the Emerald Pine Forest, if you come across any ruins, elven ruins, see if you can just see what you can find. Any records that might still exist. Something must have just survived the destruction.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, we were experienced at delving through elven ruins.
I suppose if do you have an inn or anything that you'd recommend for me to stay in Sagod that you could send word to if you return out of the forest?
Not the Jester's Coin.
That's an
That place
interesting name.
might be shut down for a while.
Yeah,
If
just stay away from it.
if we have anything to send to you, we'll contact you.
Right. Interesting name for an establishment, not the Jester's Coin.
Well, it's not called Not the Jester's Coin. There's an inn called Jester's Coin. Avoid that establishment.
Like I said, it's probably closed.
Right, but it was involved in the assassination attempt, and then successful assassination of the ruling nobility in the city. So you don't want to be anywhere near that place, closed or open.
Plus, it's filled with dead guys.
Well, yeah, that's our doing.
Well, you all seem quite the interesting lot, don't you? Once again, I cannot thank you enough for saving my life.
Well, we almost didn't. I had no idea. Why would you be running around in the middle of the night in the snowy forest?
Yeah,
Dressed
stop
like
traveling
that.
at night. Yeah.
And stop traveling
Be able
alone.
to make it to Sagod. I was a little ambitious, I have to say. Maybe I should have hired a carriage in Rodan, or waited for one at least. I don't know if there was even one to hire in that village.
I mean, if you have plenty of coin, yes, do something like that. If you don't, then just wait for caravans. There are groups of people moving in between large cities. I've helped many of them out before, and there's safety in numbers at least.
Good advice, my friend. That's another thing is I need to probably exchange for some more coin. You people do like your coin here in these lands, don't you?
Yeah. So that means you have something else. Would you happen to have diamonds?
I mean, they are the primary currency of Vakel.
Well then.
You don't say.
Oh, where are my manners? Of course, y'all saved my life. You need me some recompense now, won't you? And he pulls out, from the inside of robes, he pulls out a pretty good-sized coin purse. But as he's kind of moving it around, you don't hear the clinking of metal. You hear more the rustling of
Jingles.
Yeah, of gems.
With gems hitting each other. Yeah, that's not bad.
I want to lean into Poppy and say, you sure we don't want to take him back to Sugat? It's like 10, 12 hours.
I make sure that I look where he keeps his coin pouch and all that stuff.
All right, roll me a perception check. He's pretty quick, and he's actually puts it back pretty deftly, and you see now there is quite a inside his robes. There is some, straps and different pouches and different pockets, but you do see where he puts it.
Fenthwick, I'm not sure if you agree with this or not, but I mean, perhaps we can take him to the road and make sure he gets along with a caravan or maybe a patrol that's heading back to Sugat.
Maybe we can see him to at least within sight of the city.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You're all too kind.
I sure hope no more wolves show up.
Yeah, just maybe, don't show everyone the giant pouch full of gems. You're gonna get robbed very soon. If you keep showing
Sugat
that
isn't
off.
that bad a place, but yeah, generally agree.
Yeah, I would
don't want to flash the cheese too much.
Yeah, in fact, I would say we'll take some gems as recompense for saving your life and not just leaving you dead here on the forest floor. But also, if you want to exchange some of those for gold, I would suggest that you keep that pouch hidden and then use the gold or silver or whatever we pay you in return. And hide that pouch, because people will kill you for that quicker than you can bat an eyelash at.
Shake a stick at.
Now, here I was thinking that it'd be better to have these as they're smaller than a big pouch of gold, but
Right.
it seems that
But they're worth more. Not everyone is as well off as you. In fact, if I were you, I would get a cloak that is not as fine as the clothes you're carrying to hide your wealth. There are people who do not lead pampered lives that need to put food in their bellies, and they'll see your fine clothes and your giant gem pouch and put a knife in your back.
Yeah, I mean, I have this.
Is that why you dress the way you dress? So people won't think you're wealthy?
Oh yeah, I'm so wealthy. Before I met you lot, I had like 10 gold to my name for the entire day, the entire time I traveled up the continent.
But I bet you had a bunch of apples, though, right?
Yeah. I was just leaving my seed everywhere I was traveling. That's why they call me Johnny.
I'm not sure that means what you think it means.
Oh.
Maybe it doesn't mean what we think it means.
Probably more like Fenthwick. I have this black cloak that I got out of, wasn't it Sugat? Or was it Duinshire? I mean, if you want to trade cloaks, I'd be more than happy to take that cloak, or at least trade this cloak for...
Of course, I'm not actually wearing a cloak, but
yeah, you need one.
Here, and he pulls out a diamond. Would this be enough?
I look at Fenthwick and Belladin. I don't know what these diamonds are. We really never used them.
Yeah,
Give me an investigation check.
Which player?
Fenwick, as you told him to take a look at it.
Don't you have? Hold on. Don't you have the glasses?
Which glasses?
At this campaign?
That's not this campaign. Damn.
Nice.
I was so stunned by the size of the diamond.
I'm getting bleed. I'm getting narrative bleed.
It's not quite as big as the one that Casper, the Duke's advisor, gave you.
Okay, so it's probably less than 100 gold.
Yeah, but for a cloak.
Of course, I can give you more for saving my life. And he puts 3 more, about the same size, in his hand.
So 4 total.
Yeah.
Wow.
That should be about 300 gold worth then. If it's under 100.
Yeah. Yeah, the one we got was 200, right? So they could be 100, 150
No,
maybe.
he gave us 100.
Oh, okay.
Casper gave us 100 gold piece.
Right,
You
right.
bought 200.
Yeah.
Oh, thank Belladin for not letting him get dragged away by wolves.
Or
But also
Or-
blame,
Oh, yeah.
blame
Yeah,
Paladin
for not letting him
for not
die.
letting him
Yep.
die.
Yep.
We could have
Yep.
just looted him.
Wow, is this character's name Bank? Because he's got a shit ton of gems in his pockets.
no, he's just that's the carrot on the stick.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Why is his last name Mine? Weird.
Fine, I'll give him one of the remaining death cult cloaks.
Oh.
They're nice.
Yeah.
What? They're nice dark cloaks.
They're nice jet black cloaks.
Yeah, but we wanted him to not look fancy, right? Like we're trying to get him incognito.
Well, he can put some dirt on it or something.
Yeah, allow the bottoms to go through the mud as we escort you back to the city. Apparently.
Or the wolf guts that are right out there. I mean, but other predators might follow you if you have wolf guts on your cloak. Maybe not.
Yeah, it might not be a good idea.
See, if you want to be a real badass, you drag that dead wolf behind you all the way back into the city. Tell him this is the only one that didn't get away.
I'd rather not touch it. If it'd be all right.
Okay, Your Highness, I guess.
I do have to say, though, that you mainlanders do have quite a phobia of color, don't you?
Well, most of us are trying not to be noticed.
Are direwolves normal out here in this forest?
Give me a nature or history check, as you would know some things about the area, as you did spend some time in Ornost.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, you've heard of wolves. You just can't remember if they've ever been sighted in the southern Emerald Pine or mainly in the northern Emerald Pine.
Oh, I bet with the this is just Jordan talking because Belladin wouldn't know this. I bet with the Druid conclave like not being up to snuff that all kinds of weird shit is happening in this forest. All right, well, we should probably go to sleep then if we're gonna escort you in the morning because that's gonna double our trip.
Say that I'm not glad to have you on board. I feel safer already.
I'll take first watch.
Like what are you watching for? Unless you're watching him.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have the dome up, and then we've got the light. So
You're turning off the gem of brightness.
Yep. So if the
Yep.
dome has illumination,
Yeah, I can control
Yeah.
the illumination of the dome.
okay, then Belladin, seeing it, well, we're gonna go to bed, says nothing to our new friend, but starts doing the water breathing dance. So that'll be
Watching
fun.
you intently. I have to say, I'm fascinated by you mainlanders' rituals. You said you're from the south.
I don't respond. I'm just dancing.
you can't interrupt his speech or his whatever it is because it'll break it.
For 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
I stand behind him and like copy him.
Roll me a performance check. It's kind of like you're like delayed a couple of seconds and you don't get every move, but it's not bad. You
Yeah,
get
pretty
some
good.
of it. Yeah.
I'm more doing it mockingly then.
Yeah.
It's an ironic water dance.
I'm glad it's behind me then.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
try to do it quietly where he doesn't notice, so like, but everybody else can see.
I mean, you're super stealthy, so like Belladin's not paying attention. It'd be easy to do.
Every time Belden turns around, you just freeze in place like you weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
He does pull out of his pocket a small handkerchief and starts to unfold it and unfold it and unfold it and then roll it out and places it on the ground. And it looks like almost like silken bedroll.
Apart from the fancy, whatever it is, material, that would be super useful. I'm not sure if anybody else agrees, but up north we carry a lot of pelts and you roll it up and it gets pretty heavy after a while, especially when you're running like 20 to 26 miles a day. Or like 30 kilometers if you're from the south.
You don't have these then. These are pretty standard camping fare in Vakel.
Where did you say you were from again? Where is this place?
Roll me a history check, Fenswick. 22. Yeah, you would know of it, although you've never been there. You've only heard stories. Actually, no outsider has been there in at least a couple hundred years. It is an elven kingdom, and it's an island off the western coast. You would know it because it's to the northwest of the kingdom of Raya, where you went to go study. Papal kingdom of the Hexad, which is off the western coast of the continent, and it's
So it's literally off the map.
no, not off the map. It's not it'd be a pretty quick boat ride from the shore. Well, there's no shore in Raya; it's just a cliff. But up further north in the Clover Path, heading to the Tri-Kingdoms.
Maybe we should get like a international pass that will allow us to go there, since it doesn't sound like anyone else can after this.
No, I mean,
Surely you've heard of Vakel.
the literal map we have.
Well,
'Cause I only see a few islands.
No, so Ilari is in the northeastern edge of the continent.
It's just the kingdom, right?
Ilari?
Yeah.
Surely you've heard of Vakel. I mean, I know we have not allowed outsiders, but the wonders of Vakel surely must be told still on the mainland.
Well, there's not much to say since you don't allow anybody. Not much to talk about.
Yeah, he's it's true, he's right.
To get word of mouth, there need to be mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, yeah. Do you not let people visit? What is up with that? Because based on what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like anyone else has been there, or where you're from anyway.
Maybe you need a Vakel card. A VAC card? Maybe
Why don't
Vax
I
card.
just show you?
Okay.
Gotta make sure you can have all your vaccinations.
And
before
he
you
pulls
travel.
out a map. You see here, off the western coast, that's Vakel.
Oh wow, on the southwest.
West. Yeah, gnomes have a hard time telling west from east.
Damn, that is far from where we are.
Whoa.
It was quite a long boat ride, I'm not gonna lie. I had 2 of these pouches when I first started.
Well, you went along the coast, along the north or the south?
South, no one goes north.
It's quite a journey. Belladin points to the south, the Oblate Pools, and says, "That's where I'm from."
Ah, you're from the pools then.
Yeah.
Where
Wow.
where's
Bunch of
that?
dangerous.
Belladin points to the southwest of Arulia, the Oblate Pools. That's where Belladin's tribe is.
Oh, wow. And I point
Well-
all the way to the north. This is where the Watchers stand. And I kind of draw a line between the Frigid Mountains and the Spines. If that's correct, Richard.
Well, I mean,
I'm from here, and I point way off the map.
Here, why don't you take this? A gift. For saving me.
Oh shit! Belladin quickly untaps his scroll tube and pulls out a bunch of his maps and says, "Are you sure?"
I mean, I made with this one from memory. I can make another.
Wow. Okay.
So where are we? Where's the X or the little dot? Where are we?
You see, we're probably. You see where I've marked off Ilari, the kingdom
I see
there?
Larry, yeah.
You see that forest
Uh,
to the left of the river? We're probably on the southeastern edge of it.
between the
Oh, a
river and the
little bit.
lake.
The glacial sea.
The glacial sea, or to the west of that. You see you see the river there. That's the Helduin.
Oh yeah.
Right. The trees between the sea and the river are where we're at to the south of that, right?
There's 2. You have the Emerald Pine and then the Sentinel Forest, as I
Oh.
understand.
Oh, okay.
The Sentinel Forest is next to the Glacial Sea.
All right. So we're south of that.
Maybe I'm too tall. You're all holding it too low. Well, I can understand why. It's all right.
Here. Do you not have a map of Ilari? Unfortunately, I don't have a more detailed map.
The detailed map we have.
Yeah. So he's
Zoom
talking.
out.
He's talking about this forest.
So you guys are probably around here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Let's take this fool back to the city. He gave us some diamonds, a cool map, and he's from a cool place. As soon as we get like a visitor's pass to visit where he's
Yeah.
from, then he can go on his merry way.
I mean, if all the lords agree, lords of the land agree, that it's required, then we can go there.
If there's such a need. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for you saving my life, but just if I say so, they wouldn't just let you in.
Do you have like a business card that we can show when we get to Border Patrol? And
I mean, you
I'm
could
just-
ask.
I'm just kidding. And as Belladin says that, the spell, the ritual completes, and the air thickens again. And I just look at him and I say, "I know it's weird. Just breathe it in."
Cousin once told me that. I woke up 3 days later,
Yeah, this isn't like that.
and you guys get water walking for another 24 hours.
Water breathing, and
Water breathing.
I will let him know that this is a precaution I take every night for the next 24 hours. Should you need to breathe underwater, you can.
Oh, that's quite a trick. Thank you.
Mhm.
Never. Once again, I've of course read of the spell, but have never actually been in a circumstance where I've had it cast around me, let alone on me.
Just a precaution.
The
You never
world.
know when someone might try and drown you.
Well, even more important, this far north, Elduin River freezes over sometimes, and sometimes it gets relatively thin. Even if you go further north, some of the ice lakes, I mean, during the spring thaw, you can fall right through, and if you don't have this stuff on you, forget it. If you don't freeze, you'll end up drowning.
The world is much more interesting and dangerous than I ever thought it'd be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to your map, it's much bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Brood is quite the continent, but I've heard it's not even half the size of shore.
The shore, like the beach?
No, shore. Shor. The continent. To the east, past the Mahar Isles.
Oh, sure. I get you.
If that'd be all, then if you wouldn't mind, I'd maybe like to take a bit of a rest now. I think I was just dead.
You
Nearly
were. By the way, you've got some blood stains on your cloak.
Yeah, surprisingly,
Clean them off.
no stains on the cloak. No stains on his clothes. No holes either.
Interesting.
All right, I'll take first watch and keep an eye on our new friend while you guys sleep.
I'll also have my familiar stay up and just glare at him the whole time.
I'll wake one of you up. Who wants next? What about you, little one?
Sure. Hey, Belladin, can you do that thing where I can see in the dark?
Yeah, hold on. Yes, I have one of those left. So I cast Dark Vision on Poppy.
Yay. Just wake me up when it's my turn.
All right, it'll be a couple hours, few hours at least.
Goes into his silken bedroll. Appears to be quite comfortable, actually. It looks pretty thin, but it doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to be cold right up against the snow.
Richard, just stop it. The more you talk about how cool this guy's shit is, everyone's gonna be
He's
mad
a
at me for
killer.
keeping him alive.
And he promptly falls asleep.
And when he wakes up in the morning, he's in the middle of this place. He's buck naked, got none of his stuff, and we are all gone.
Yep.
Halbar, you can take first watch.
All right, I'll take first watch and just my shield against the rocks here that the dome's covering and lean up against it and cross my legs and cross my arms and stare at the sky. I'm going to use luck
Ooh.
All right.
because I want to. Almost a 1.
So, your new friend Cithril falls asleep pretty quickly. His eyes close, at least. And he
Yep.
doesn't appear to be moving. No movement, no sounds of any threats in the woods around you.
Mhm.
Just a gentle fall of snow hitting the dome and the surroundings next to you.
I will, I'll head out of the dome and alight my gem of brightness and kind of walk a perimeter around the dome really quick just to make sure there's nothing out there. And then when I don't see anything, I'll head back into the dome and kind of lean over Poppy and shake her. Little one. Been 3-4 hours. Time for
My
me to
turn.
get some shut-eye.
Okay.
Halbar, as you drift off into sleep, give me a perception check.
I keep my eye on the sleeping or the meditating elf and contemplate how am I going to take all of his shit.
Just a few minutes after Halbar falls asleep, Sir Cithril stirs, his eyes open, and he sits up and, well, hello,
yeah.
little one.
Oh yeah, he's an elf.
I just sit there, I smile, and I have my owl on my head.
The rest of the races really need to sleep for quite a long time. Thought it was just a
Oh.
tale that my ma told me. When we were talking earlier and you said you were from there and pointed off the map, does that mean you're from shore?
No, not quite.
The Mahar Isles? Well, you can't be from south of the Everstorm. Well, there's no more lands left.
Oh, there's a lot of lands out there.
You're quite a fascinating one, aren't you?
You could say that. Hey, have you ever seen a dragon?
Now, no one's seen a dragon since, well, the War of Retribution.
I know, that's what everybody tells me.
I've heard most folk on the mainlands now consider them to be myth, but time isn't quite as far away for us. But they're all to have been extinct since, well, their power dwindling with the imprisonment of their ancestors, the lieutenant of Valinor.
How about bipedal dragons? Kind of like humanoidish looking dragons.
See, that's what I'm looking for. I think that are the peoples of Valinor, the so-called first peoples of this land. As much as my people, as much as my father would not like to admit it, the elves can be quite proud, especially in their claim to be the first race.
On a character question, have I ever seen or has anybody ever mentioned kobolds?
Interestingly enough, you guys met someone who had mentioned something like kobold-like creatures as he was fleeing his home in the north. The deep gnome that you guys met as you were making your way to the stone pit prison.
But outside of that,
most people here on the continent mainland of Barud consider dragons and kobolds as myths and tales from, mythology.
so I say, so you've never seen a kobold?
Of course not. No one's seen a kobold. No one alive.
I knew a queen kobold once.
You know a queen of the kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, little one, you have to tell me where you're from.
Well, they were in this, and then I start going off on Sunless Citadel.
He takes out a quill, a stack of paper, and he just sets up little shop on his little mat and just starts writing, like eyes just fixed on you. This is fascinating.
And then I stop and I go, Belladin did the exact same thing. Weird.
His eyes widen a little bit when you say Sunless Citadel. You've been to the Sunless Citadel.
I mean, everybody knows where it is.
You've been to the two kingdoms then. What were they like?
Oh, they're huge.
Were there
Ginormous cities. And I started explaining Waterdeep.
nothing what the stories of that I was told of record, the kingdoms of Eredecil and Caladecil. I've never heard them being inhabited by anyone but my own kind. But they've been lost in the ages. You've been there. You've seen the Sunless Citadel.
Mm-hmm. Almost killed me. Mm-hmm.
You all have to send word to me when you're done. If what you say is true, and you've been to Asil, lead you and your friends. I can guarantee you entry into Vakel.
I will take you up on that deal.
fates were kind when they sent the wolves my way tonight.
Now, why exactly were wolves chasing you?
I'm not. I was on the road to Sigurd. Maybe should have stopped a little bit sooner, or as I said, maybe have waited for a carriage from Rodan. But as I crossed, what is it called? What do you call it here? The giant bridge across the Helduin. I can't remember the name off the tip of my tongue. But as I crossed and made my way to the road down south to Sigurd, the wolves appeared from the north, running from the north, and asked them if that's what you're wondering. I just started to run.
Oh, interesting.
How much longer are they going to be asleep?
Oh, probably another at least 4 hours. But
Or-
what do you know about the Sunless Citadel?
All I
Do you
know,
know anything about the Gulfias tree?
I'm sorry, I don't have much information on other than the Sunless Citadel was supposed to be the great palace of the kingdom of Ura the Isil.
If you know any fables about apples, you know any fables about apples?
Can't say that I have.
And then I smile. I'll just sit there and stare at him. I'm like
just-
cross-legged in front of him and just
He keeps writing for a while as he seems to be kind of maybe either writing kind of his own theories or comments on the tales you've just told. He starts flipping back to the pages that he's wrote and starts making annotations and comments.
So, like, are you going to, like, publish that or anything?
It will be entered into the records in Vakel,
Okay.
if that's what you mean. I mean, it will be kept for time eternity there. We elves like to say time eternity, but, well, as long as Vakel stands. And he kind of looks to the north, to the northern. You'd imagine he's almost looking through the trees. Seems to be staring to the northern emerald pine forest.
My owl, Poppy's owl, will look in that direction, but Poppy won't turn.
And he just keeps writing, and until your watch is over and you feel the need to continue your rest. So you can. Who's going to take the next watch?
I guess Belladin will.
I shake Belladin and awake. Your turn. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Belladin sits up, takes a look around. He actually casted Dark Vision on himself at the beginning of the night because our rest got interrupted by this guy showing up. So he still has Dark Vision on.
Okay. You should still have dark vision, actually.
I can still
Okay.
see.
Okay.
And yeah, perception check.
Yep.
24.
Other than the sound of some owls off in the distance, you see and hear no threats coming your way. And in the beginning of your watch, Cithril seems to just be preoccupied writing still. And he kind of looks up for a moment and apologies, I get a bit too focused in my work sometimes. I didn't notice that you were up. Did the little one wake you then?
Yes. Yeah, we take turns.
She's
'Cause
quite the
we-
fascinating one. You've been to the Sunless Citadel then?
No, I haven't. I don't know what that is.
Oh, interesting. So, you all have been traveling together for a while then?
They have. Just recently joined the group.
Well, as I was telling your little friend there, if she can give my people the directions how to get to Isil, to the Sunless Citadel, then you'd all be welcome in Vakel.
That'd be cool. I don't know what that is or where it is or if she can do that, but it does sound like an interesting place where you're from.
You've never heard of Isil?
I don't think I would have, right, Richard?
Probably not. Roll me a history check just for fun.
Okay. 12.
12. No. And he says, we elves originally called ourselves the Children of Isil. And he points straight up. And you see the moon shining down as a cloud kind of... Oh, the cloud cover opens up for a bit.
Hmm.
And you see, like, probably a crescent moon right now. Now, where the kingdoms of Isil actually have been lost to time. That would be the find of a millennia.
I can imagine.
You said you're from the Ablade Pools.
Yes, that's where my tribe is.
Our records of the mainland, while I must admit are not the most current in at least your reckoning, do not recall any records of any human tribes staying in the Ablade Pools, especially after Barud sunk in the sea.
My tribe is not human. I was taken in at a young age. I come from a tribe of furbolgs.
A human raised by furbolgs.
Yes.
Fascinating. What is it like? Everything.
Oh, no. I mean, it's beautiful in a way. I've been told that the smell is quite extreme because of the acid, but living there my whole life, it's dangerous. It's not somewhere you want to wander in if you don't know what you're doing, and that is basically what my tribe does. We stop people from dying in there, be it human being or animal, and it takes a lot of our time up. But we reach a certain age and we need to go out into the world and find some sort of knowledge, some sort of something of value to bring back to the tribe, something to bring back, because the charge we have undertaken keeps us there. So to make sure that we don't die out and become, I guess, we go out into the world and bring something back to keep us vital and alive. I've been out here for a while now, and I found a bit of a rabbit hole, and it's brought me north. And then I found these fine people, incredibly interesting. I mean, compared this little bit of time with them has been more interesting than my entire travel north here. I met an interesting warrior who I helped the village with at one point, but besides that, it was boring compared to this lot. So, yeah, it's
Lately, that's what drives me. That is what I wish my people understood.
mhm,
I want to go out into the world, not to just read about it,
mhm.
to live it, to bring back the world to the Kel,
It's
so that we may grow.
it's worthy. I mean, that's what this is. That's what I'm doing. That's what my tribe has been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years. But I forgot to tell you, they prepared me. They taught me how to fight, and they gave me magics that would be useful and that would help people and keep me alive. And you are woefully unprepared. Aside from having a wealth in your pocket, you need to. I mean, in the city, if you can, I suggest you find someone to train you how to at least use a weapon, because when all else fails and there's not a magic bubble in the middle of a forest for you to plead for your life at, you're gonna need something.
I don't know how much use I'd be with a blade, but friends, maybe. That might be useful. Well, even hard ones.
Find a group. I told you, there's
be-
strength in numbers.
To be honest, my people weren't exactly aware of my plans
Oh no,
for a journey.
I figured that out, because no one would let you leave in the state that you're in. I don't know if they have these creatures where you come from, but you look like a peacock, and unless you have the ability to defend yourself, peacocks get eaten. I don't mean that in an offensive way.
No, you're totally right. I underestimated what the world was exactly like. It's one thing to read about it. You hear stories, but you never think it'll actually happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, though, that makes sense why you would know of Barudian ruins if you're from the Abilate Pools.
Yeah, I've been going from one ruin to the next on my way up here.
Your tribe stands on half of what's left of the original Barud.
Mm-hmm. That's what I found that brought me out here.
Quite a fascinating lot. I have to say that, as dangerous as it might be, and even that I might have almost died, just having these conversations, being able to write down what you all know, in my mind, it's already justified me taking this journey.
Yeah. Well, just try and take care of yourself. We'll help you get to Sugod, but After that, you're on your own. So
In the city, I have my bearings more than in the wilds. Vakel's a little bit different, but it's still a city.
hmm
Thank you once again for saving my life and for taking your time out of your own journeys to escort me. And I look forward to hearing from you all once you've done with whatever you need to do in the Emerald Pine Forest.
we'll be contacting you via magical means. I just don't want you to be surprised when you hear a voice in your head at some point in the future.
It wouldn't be the first time I've gotten a message.
Okay. Yeah. Belladin's done talking at that point. Just waiting for the sun to rise.
You guys just kind of awkwardly sit there for a while. Both of you not exactly the most socially adept people in the world.
Belladin's like social interaction gas tank just bottomed out. And
Yeah.
he's done.
And if Cithril isn't talking about the history or what he's searching for,
Yep.
he does know how to make small talk.
Yep.
And with that, you guys' long rest is over.
Nice.
You can mark it off. The dome fades as the sun rises. It is morning. Cithril is going to head to Sagad. What would you like to do?
I thought the discussion was we were going to take him to try and get more of those gems.
Yep, I was just leaving it open if you guys wanted to do something else.
But this time, if any more wolves attack, he may not survive.
Fair enough. This will add another 2 days to your journey because you have to travel to Sagad
And then back.
and then back.
Yeah, we already did a day journey, so we go back and then back here.
Yep. And you guys are traveling along the road.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling along the road easily enough. There are, as I said, patrols from the Northern Legion pretty regularly along the road to make sure there's no banditry or any other such dangers heading to Sagod as the Duke is there. As you are walking there, one of the patrols, halt, what's your business along this road?
I think everyone looks at Fenthwick.
Oh, we're escorting this gentleman to Sugad.
Sagod is closed for entry for the time being, up on the Duke's orders.
Well, we're the Storm Chasers. Maybe you heard of us, heard of Save the City and so on. And this is a personal friend of ours.
One moment, as he pulls out a parchment, looks at it, looks at you all. Can I get the name of one of you for verification?
Boy, you guys are really big on names. What do you think names will do? Fine.
Yeah, we do have a Poppy listed. Poppy and the Storm Chasers, actually. He looked closer.
Yes, of Poppy and the Storm Chasers. See?
I'm in
I
a
thought they
band.
were just the Storm. I thought they were just the Storm Chasers. If you looked at it, it's Poppy and the Storm Chasers. All right. You all match the description, although we've been told that appearances can be altered by magical means. But your names is verified. You may pass along. Present this information as well to the guards at the gate, and you'll be let into the city.
Oh, it looks like we have to escort him in because we're not going to let him in without us with him.
We could turn around at the gate though. We just
We
Go
just
to the gate, yeah.
shove him through the gate and we're on our way.
then we turn around.
Yeah, we walk in 5 feet and like, okay, we're done.
Safe journeys. May Lacus watch over you.
Did he just call us a Malakas?
I just say you as well. I didn't even really hear what he said.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying all that much attention myself.
Other than that, the journey is pretty easy. The road is well maintained, patrolled. You guys take the day and arrive back at the gates of Sugad, which you originally entered the city the first time. I take it you guys tell the guards.
Yep.
Same exact thing.
Yep, almost the exact same scenario goes on.
Yep, same
almost
word for word.
Yep,
No,
almost the same accent
yeah.
too.
No, wait. Yeah, no, it says Poppy and the Storm Chasers right here.
In fact,
Yeah.
Rick, why don't you just cut that previous conversation and then loop it for right now for
Can do.
the recording.
Can do.
The gates are opened. Not sure I'm
Mhm.
gonna leave though, but I guess I'll figure that out later.
At least you're in a safe. Well, not safe. At least you're in a city.
That's true. What will you all be doing now?
We've got our own jobs to go take care of.
Well, as I said, if you find any
Elven
records or any,
ruins. Yep.
yes,
Records.
and you little one, don't forget we're gonna become fast friends. Oh, of course you'll be wanting to be paid, won't you?
Mhm.
And he reaches into his pouch and he's about to pull it out, but this time he looks around and he
Mhm.
keeps his hand in his cloak, and he
There's
kind of
hope
keeps
for you yet.
he keeps his hand covered and kind of reaches it out. Who would be the closest to him?
Belladin would be right next to him. He'd like just go to give him like a handshake, do a little drug pass off.
Thank you, my friends. I'll
Mhm.
never forget you. And well, if what you say is true, little one, the elves will never forget you either. And then he kind of walks off. And in your hand, Belladin, you feel 4 stones
Nice.
in your hand.
Nice. So that brings it up to a grand total of 7, I think, because there's 3 yesterday, right?
These diamonds are.
A real Belladin over here. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
So you're saying
Yeah, we're
he's
leaving the
basically
city.
he's two flower.
And so you guys can leave the city. It is pretty close to getting dark again, as you've traveled most of the day back to Segura.
I suppose we could spend the night here.
You probably have, I would say, like an hour and a half till sunset, because you guys did spend some time traveling around the city initially
Mm-hmm.
and then north. So you
Not
weren't
yet.
quite all the way day's journey.
I'm not sure I want to spend another night in the city for the time being, but if Marisol is still at the Duke's place, I wouldn't mind that.
We made such a big
Wait.
deal about leaving by a different gate and then circling the city, and they
Give
wouldn't
me
have
a
even
history check.
They wouldn't have suspected us coming back this way, so we should just go an hour
We
outside
should
the
move
city.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Who's
about
gonna
you,
good.
make
history?
Besides, you can smell the crap from here.
Yeah. It's bad.
You can. You sure can. All right, let's go.
Is that a history check for Halbar?
That's a 2. That's a 2, Rich.
Sounds good.
And
all right, so
yeah. All right, let's go.
so once we start making our way back out of the city in the direction that we came, because we need to
Uh-huh.
go the same direction, then I think Belladin would start looking for a place to camp.
Give me a survival check.
Can I help him?
Should I roll a second time?
Yep.
We need more people saying yep. 24.
Yep. 24. Yeah, you find a pretty good spot this time. Yeah, once again, on the other side of the road, not the riverside, but to the forest side, that you would think make a pretty good camp. Tree line provides pretty good cover from the road, but you have good vantage point.
Nice.
And you guys will all make camp for the night.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fentwick, I'm assuming, makes the dome again.
Yep.
And actually, you guys wouldn't be on the forest line. You guys haven't gotten near the forest yet, so it'd probably be a little more kind of hilled area. You find a little bit of a valley in between a hill, as the snow has stopped, but there's still snow on the ground,
We didn't leave tracks because of Pass Without a Trace.
and no tracks with Pass Without a Trace. And you guys take your long rest.
Fenthwick, ever since you learned this neat trick, I really appreciate it every day. I'm sure I'm going to appreciate it even more as we go further north.
Yeah, the colder it gets, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like bringing a
yeah.
little bit of home with you.
Exactly. So, how are we going to travel? Are you going to be more birds? Poppy, you're going to fly on the giant eagle? Or do you want me to just run ahead?
I think it's up to you guys.
I mean, just be an elk or a warhorse.
That's true. But can't you, from what I understand, we tested it out just the other night. I mean, you could carry both Fenthwick and Poppy and then carry me as well, but we wouldn't travel as fast.
Yeah.
But we certainly wouldn't be going around the hills or anything.
No. We could just cut through the forest if you want, or we could follow the road.
I'd say let's just do the warhorse and follow the road.
Okay.
And once we get to the point where we figure we have to head into the forest, we can do the giant eagle.
If we go all the way up to Duinshire, we can collect the horses that the ruler there owes us.
We have a cart too, right?
Yep.
And I don't know how well the cart will do inside the forest.
But the horses would help.
That's true. Are we gonna resurrect the elephant man?
Not really
I would-
high on my priority list at the moment. I mean, he's not going to get any deader, and we don't know what we might run into in the forest.
All right, you're the smart one.
Should I prepare a spell to help him to gentle any passing that he may be already underway?
Oh no,
of?
he's long past his sell-by date.
Oh, then I don't know if I
That
could
ship-
revive him then.
That ship has sailed.
The lady Celine has her and has this elephant guy and her late husband on these slabs of stone inside their worshiping temple, and they before we left, they didn't seem like they were decomposing like you'd see an elk out on the
That's right.
tundra.
She's got a fancy schmancy keep them from rotting type thing set up.
Oh,
Mhm.
Very deluxe.
wow.
It pretty much
they-
it gives gentle repose for about 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh
For the-
well,
to
then they're
do-
well
it's
again.
the funeral rites. So
Or 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months.
Well,
I
it's
mean, we
been-
could find out.
I mean,
Yeah, he's probably getting a little ranked by about now.
Yeah, I mean, when is that the type of table when you revive them, they end up barking like dogs? Yeah, who would come up with such a thing?
No idea.
Yeah, where'd you hear that crazy story?
An
That
elephant
was
barking
one
like a
of the
dog.
Books I've read.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy. Almost as bad as
I
a
mean-
bird man barking like a dog.
I've never been to Duinshire, so I mean, sure. Okay, I got horses. I point to Hal, and I got Death Cult from Pentwick. Or what?
I'm sure we killed most of the death cults.
All right, and then Belladin changes into a war horse,
don't forget Death God.
and you get a shake of the war horse's head, and then just like a bucking of the head, like, come on, mount up, let's go.
Fenwick, roll me a d20.
Oh, everybody.
It was just Pentwick, but you rolled the same
Oh,
thing
okay.
anyway, so that's funny.
Twins, dice twins.
That is really funny.
What are you guys doing?
Go north to Duinshire, I guess. Interesting. Well, I mean, yeah, that'd be cool.
You guys heading? Yep.
Yeah, just
Along
stay
the
on the road to Duinshire, and then once we get up there, we can just go west.
Not to throw you a curveball or anything, Richard.
I think the marching order would be me, and then next to me would be Belladin in his horsedin, carrying Poppy
Yeah,
and
Fenwick.
Fenwick.
Yep, on my back.
2 by 2 and plus 1 plus
Two on
1.
the back. Yeah, and we'd be going at your max speed, which of course, Adam, you said it's like 24 miles a day. It averages out to that.
Regardless if you're walking on horseback or anything like that.
Yep.
It's all about the comfort.
Yeah.
You guys travel along the road for about a day. You took like maybe an hour and a half before sunset when Halbar, Poppy, and Fenswick, you come to familiar sight, although you guys didn't really see too much of it as you guys were in a wagon as you were driving over it. Halbar, a new sight to you as you see a large stone bridge spanning the Helduin River to the east. Talking like huge, probably take you like an hour to walk across.
That's at here at this crossroads right here.
Yep.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
We've come across this bridge before, though.
Yeah, on carts as you guys
Oh.
got a ride from the traders
I
from the
remember that.
Ticking
That was-
Desert.
That was swell.
But you guys have about another hour and a half probably that you can continue north along the road before you would start to feel fatigue.
Fatigue, does that mean nighttime?
Con saves. Yeah. Like you guys, it'll be nighttime. You can either
Gotcha.
keep going and take con saves or.
I rolled
Not
two
in that big a
18s,
hurry.
so survival check to find some camp.
Yeah, you find a pretty good
Six.
spot along the way that you think would be pretty good camp. You know, you don't see any like signs of wolf tracks or anything like that. So
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain this is an anaconda nest, but we should be fine, y'all. The river has to be freezing at this point because of how cold it is right now.
It has gotten colder as you've been getting further north, especially after you guys have crossed the bridge. It's getting noticeably colder. You did start to see ice floats.
Yep.
Floating along the rivers under the bridge, and then more and more as you've gotten further north.
So how long into this trip are we going to go before one morning we prank another party member by putting them on one of those ice floes and just letting them float down the river for a while?
That would be up to you guys.
No, I'm just kidding. Are we making the dome?
Making
Oh
the
hell yeah! It's cold out here.
All right. Let's dome it up. I'm really glad we
Yes.
didn't let that guy die because we got a bunch of sweet diamonds out of it.
Well, you know, if he
Right.
had died, we would have gotten even more sweet diamonds out of it. But
That's true.
If
we have a
the
potential
body had stayed there,
Yeah, we have a potential ally though in the future, one that seems to be well funded.
that's true.
Something to look forward to. And it seemed like him and Poppy had established some type of bond or some future
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah. What the hell did you tell that guy?
Oh, just the normal stuff about Sunless Citadel.
Mhm.
Hey, you guys don't believe me.
I've never been at a day where I've never seen the sun, so I'm not really sure that Citadel exists.
Filled with dragons and dragon people.
There's definitely a sun out.
Yeah, Belladin points to it. Should I just do the water breathing dance now, and we can just get that out of the way? I assume we're just gonna camp.
Works for me.
under the safety and protection of Fentwick's dome, warm, soft glowing light, as you guys take another long rest. Once again, morning comes and the dome fades as you guys awaken to the dawn light. You guys are, I would say, about an hour north of the bridge.
Belladin just finds a tree, takes a piss, comes back, and says, "Oh, I don't. Let's no reason to fix something that ain't broke." And he turns into a warhorse.
Marching order?
2x2, 2 on my back, as a horse.
You guys make your way north, following the road, curving with the Heldrine River, which as you guys travel 1 hour, 2 hours, cold starts to get even more intense. The river now almost completely frozen. Much noticeably colder.
I was gonna say something, but then I remembered I was a warhorse. Hold on, I need to copy and paste these 14 orcs and ogres.
Yeah. Checks. Well, from, I would say, Halbar. I guess you could all do them as you guys are on horseback.
Perception check.
Yep.
Oh wait, my stats are different. Not that it matters. I rolled a 5.
Not if you're wild shaped.
Oh, that's true. Still a 10.
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna luck that.
Oh dang!
Dang.
Thank goodness for Poppy.
You guys are making your way along the road. The snow starts to fall again. The road gets closer towards the river now. And you're making your way along the familiar path, as following your footsteps that you took what seemed like ages ago in the carts of the Eye of the Storm when you first signed up and headed to Nestle Rock. When suddenly, Fentwick, you feel something slam into your back, or attempt to, at least. I need everyone to roll initiative in 1 second.
And when I'm in this form, I have an extra L in my name. Natural 20, nice.
Also, what is the name of your familiar? Fentwick again?
Archie.
Archie, that's right. For now, it's just going to be a copy of. So, are your familiars out?
Sure.
Excuse me?
Mine is just staying on my head.
I just have mine flying around looking for stuff.
Top of the round, Halbar. You are surprised. Your turn is over. You get your reactions back.
All right.
Fentwick, top your turn. You are surprised. Your turn is over. You get your reactions. Poppy, same thing. Same thing with your owl. Let me begin combat. Let's see if you get hit, Fentwick. At advantage. 20 to hit.
Let me think about something. 19, 20. If I have my reaction back, I'll shield it away.
You do have your reaction. Suddenly, out of nowhere, at the last second, you feel a swish of air behind you, Fentwick. And it's the last second you instinctively mutter an incantation and magical energy shields your body as you feel something slam against your back. It's going to make one more attack. 25 to hit.
I believe 25 will hit.
All right, you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
I would like to use my reaction to use Spirit
All right.
Shield. Let me make sure if I have to see either the creature attacking or the creature taking
Being
the
attacked.
damage. Yeah. Another creature of you that takes damage, so I can see Fentwick.
Yep.
Another creature I can see within 30 feet that takes damage. So I would like to use that.
Nice.
All right. Creature is not hidden from you guys, but it is invisible.
Right.
You cannot
Right.
see what is attacking you.
Yeah, I just have to see the person that takes damage.
Yeah, no, I was just explaining for the token. So it's on. You can actually see this token,
Gotcha.
but it's not hidden from you, so you know its location now.
Mhm.
That will be its turn. Archie's go. Surprised though. He gets his
Oh, he's
reaction
surprised?
back, but that's his turn. Yeah, you guys are all
Okay.
surprised. Yep, and Fentwick, your damage was reduced by 5, so you only took 2 points. Belladin, it's your turn. You are surprised. It's the end of your turn. You get your reactions back.
Dope.
Halbar, you feel the same rush of air. Nope, same rush of air against you. 15 to hit.
That misses.
The second attack. 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for 11 bludgeoning. That is the end of his turn. Halbar, you're up.
All right. I would like to rage. I'm not carrying my shield, so I'm going to swing at this guy with versatile,
2 hands.
reckless, versatile.
Nice. Disadvantage.
So regular roll.
Regular roll. Regular roll.
Actions, attack, Warhammer. 14.
14. Just hits.
Nice.
I'm raging, so that's 2-handed damage is 12 bludgeoning and 2 rage, so 2 more bludgeoning.
14.
Yep.
Nice. You don't see anything in front of you, but you see the snowflakes kind of stop around this weird, almost humanoid form in front of you, but it kind of shifts. And you swing your hammer with reckless abandon, and you feel it connect, but it's almost like pushing through, like it's like you're swinging it in water, you know?
Gotcha. Okay. It's a magical hammer.
It is.
I would like to take a second attack.
Go for it.
14 again.
Amazing.
14 hits. for 17 damage.
Yes.
Nice.
No, 15 because rage is added.
Rage is added now. Okay.
Yeah, I turned it on.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly. That's amazing.
So you swing through first time. You feel resistance as it's like resisting against something that you can't even see, and then you twist your hands, your wrists, and you swing back the other way with just as much reckless abandon, and once again swing through the creature. You hear this, but nothing else.
I would like to action surge and put on my shield.
Okay,
That's my turn.
Oh, smart.
nice. Fentwick, you're up. You are currently on the back of Belladin. You just got slammed twice.
I will cast Blur on myself, and then I will hop off and move around the other side
Okay.
of this guy.
All right, yeah, you know his location. He's not hidden from you, so. Poppy, you're up.
I guess. What should I use? What should I use? I will attack at disadvantage.
Yes, because we are not doing flanking, so.
I will attack at disadvantage with my dagger.
Oh, damn. Oh, but minimum damage.
26. Nice. Still, that's-
It was a disadvantage, so there's no sneak attack.
He's got an enemy within 5 feet.
It's got an enemy with, so.
It's just 7.
Oh, because you have disadvantage.
If you ever have
Yeah.
disadvantage, it cancels it out.
Yeah, even if you have, yep. So 104.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Probably the highest sneak I've ever rolled.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah, you do. Once again, as you're slicing at like what you would be this creature's kneecaps, you feel the blade resist something, but it's like passing through thick water. But there's nothing there. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
It is now whose turn?
Ooh.
Who?
Whose turn is it?
Will from my head fly towards this guy. I will do the help action.
Okay.
For me,
Okay.
and then we'll fly off to wherever Archie is.
So it doesn't need to stay in range to do the help action. It can just.
Nope, because it's an action that happens, and then
Okay.
they yeah. Just like how you attack and move.
All right. Archie is literally just around the other side, so right above Belladin.
Yeah, behind north of wherever Archie is.
Okay. It would be
behind.
right. It'd be right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. This one is going to turn towards you, Fentwick, and attack you.
Oh crap! I didn't do a.
At
Oh,
disadvantage. Well, actually, it's a straight roll, I guess.
Yeah,
Is he
straight roll.
invisible?
Yes. 13 to hit.
Nope.
14 to hit.
Nope.
All right.
Just two invisible homies being homies.
Archie's turn.
Archie. Can I move Archie here? Archie will just fly up here and take the dodge action.
Okay. Oh, nope. Belladin, here go.
Bonus action, drop back into my normal form.
Boo.
I don't have magical hooves, otherwise I'd do it.
You don't want to be Byuden no more?
Bayuden?
Okay, but we gotta
Right.
add you now
Bayuden?
to the tracker. And
It was like a
Huh.
914.
you were
That was below.
where you are
Archie.
anyway. You're below
Below-
Archie.
Yep.
All right.
All right. That was my bonus action. I don't know what's going on. I'm just seeing like empty air attack my companions, so I'm just going to use an action to enact symbiotic entity. which will take my other
Wild shape.
wild shape for until I take a short rest. So that'll give me 32 temp HP and a bunch of other cool stuff. So
Right.
that'll be it for now.
You feel the air leave your range, Halbar.
As it moves away
Okay.
from Halbar, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna do a Halo of Spores because it's a reaction. So it needs to make a DC 16 con save. Okay, cool. It takes 8. Okay, 2d6.
Really? We're only 8? Yeah.
Wicked. 11 points of necrotic damage.
Halbar, you get your attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I can't unless I can see it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the rough part.
So he was here, so 5, 10. 2 attacks on you, Fenwick. Oh, it's a straight roll.
Yep.
First one, 22. Okay. Second attack, 19. So
Meese.
that is his turn. Next up, Halbar.
All right. I chase after the guy,
Okay.
the thing. 5, 10. And I would like to swing at it recklessly. Regular roll.
We're not doing flanking yet. The flanking thing happened.
I'm going to use luck to reroll my attack.
Okay.
Bro. All right. Second attack.
All right, go for it.
18 for 11.
18 for 11. All right.
I'm
Why did your first Warhammer attack had no +1?
I probably clicked the wrong one.
It still would have missed.
I'm going to move it 5 feet
Which way?
over here.
All right.
And I'll step forward. And I will
Okay.
use bonus action, use second wind. 1d10 plus 2 hit points. 3 hit points.
Fenwick, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move away from both these guys,
They'll each take an attack on you.
as I expected.
Second one. 17.
Nope. Nope.
All right. Where were my rolls from the wolves?
Wasted them all on those damn wolves.
Right?
And now I will cast Thunderstep.
Oh damn.
What's the save?
The save would be 15 Constitution.
All right. First one. Second one.
Okay, so I guess they take half damage. So
Mhm.
11.
11 each.
But let's see how far I can go. Bink!
Damn, Vendwick just pieced it.
Poppy.
I guess I will attack this guy. Or, you know what? I'll go here. I will attack this guy at disadvantage.
No, it
18 to hit
It hits.
for 10 points piercing damage. And then bonus
No.
action. I won't do anything for bonus. Yeah. I'm good.
Can you bonus action dodge?
No. You realize how crazy that would be?
Oh, that's a monk thing, huh?
Yeah. That leaves as a key point.
Who will fly over here
All right.
and do another help action?
Okay.
Who will
So
fly?
he flies, tries to fly into it and stuff like that, and then we'll Shoo. Move back there.
This guy is going to fly and dash. That's his turn.
Do I get a... Oh,
No,
I can't. Yeah, because I
he's
can't
invisible. Yep. Archie.
see it. No!
Well, shit.
Archie is going to do what you told him to do last, I believe. Because you were outside of 100 feet. He is outside of 100 feet, so you're not able to mentally communicate with him. So Archie's going to just take the dodge again. Belladin.
That other guy didn't move?
It's not his turn yet.
Oh.
Belladin's gonna yell down the road. Fenthwick, I felt the thing move towards you. Do you want help?
That's okay.
Oh. Okay. And I'm going to bonus action Shillelagh. And then get melee. And I'm gonna attack with disadvantage. Let me put the Shillelagh up there. It's a 24 to hit for 11 bludgeoning damage, and that's magical. Nope, that's action, bonus action, and movement.
All right. You feel a gust of air around all three of you as you feel the air move up.
All right, it's going to need to make a constitution save as it moves away from me. That's
14.
a fail.
Uh-huh.
It was a 16, and it takes 6 points of necrotic damage
All right.
as the air thickens and saps away at its invisible form.
Okay. And then it is going to... Halbar and Poppy, what's your passive perceptions?
14.
12.
You can all still sense its presence 50 feet up in the air. I
Oh,
rolled
jeez.
terribly for stealth,
Oh, jeez.
but it is 50 feet up in the air. Halbar.
I guess I'll drop my hammer and quickly pull the longbow that I have over my shoulder and then knock an arrow and shoot the guy in the air.
Okay, disadvantage.
I'll scream out, check your possessions. The last time we fought these things, they took stuff.
Belladin's like, what? What?
Clicking longbow at disadvantage.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I did extra necrotic damage with my melee attack. I did an extra 3 points of necrotic damage. Sorry about that.
Brace. Halbar, your arrow flies. Let's see if it hits. Ooh.
I'm gonna use luck
Ooh.
Okay.
on that dice because.
Last luck of the day, right? Or no? No.
Yep. Oh no.
No, because you've taken a long
Took
rest.
a long rest.
Yeah, you got 2 lucks, so
Yep.
you have 1 more after this. It's not per session, it's per 14 hits.
6 piercing.
Okay. You still sense its form flying above you. It's hissing and
14 for 5.
you see now some of the snowflakes start to pass through where its form would be, as you see like some of the snowflakes actually start to like shift a little bit more erratically, like it's barely hanging on, but it's still there.
Okay, I'm gonna move. This is my turn.
Okay, Fenthwick.
I'm going to thunderstep again.
That's awesome. That is awesome as hell, dude.
Especially since there's no one around to get nailed this time.
So cool.
Oh, how disappointing!
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts my heart.
For a 4th level spell, especially, that's sad.
Oh,
All right, con save.
Yep.
Oops, still doing private. 12 failure. He takes 6.
Yeah, he takes the massive 6 damage. Take that!
That's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Poppy, you're up.
I will. Guess I'll shoot this guy at disadvantage. I'll drop my dagger.
All right.
And I'll make, well, when I do drop my dagger, I make sure where I drop it.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll take out my short bow. And,
All right.
We'll shoot that guy at disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
For 8
You hear-
points of piercing it.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
It
Let's
basically
go.
just
Okay, hold on.
disperse.
Your longbows are just regular, right?
Huh?
Oh,
Your longbows are
yeah.
just regular?
Yeah, they're not.
Short bow,
they're
yeah,
not magical.
just regular.
It wouldn't have mattered. It's still enough damage.
You'll see its cloudy form with a hole in it, and it'll actually wither in pain before it disperses.
You know what? I'm gonna say I didn't take that into account. Yeah, it dies. As the form just dissipates into nothing.
And then I'm gonna stay there. Bonus action, do nothing. Who's gonna stay there?
Fly back over to you, Fenwick. That's his turn. Archie.
I believe Archie will dodge.
Belladin, you are up.
Okay, so I see Finthwick over there, so I'm gonna move next to him, and then because it's not hiding, I'm aware of its position.
Yep.
All right, so this looks fun. Let's do this. This thing's pissing me off. So, I can't. Okay, can't cast that. You can see within range. Okay. Ooh, it being invisible makes it fun. Okay, then I'm gonna do this. I need a con save.
Oh.
Or that's 17 points of thunder damage in that direction.
All right.
And it gets pushed away from us. As it gets
How long?
10
10
feet. Yep. As it gets pushed away from us, it needs to make another con save.
You can use your reaction.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice.
16.
Just makes it. Just makes
All right.
it. That's no damage.
All right.
And that's the turn.
Nice.
Movement, action, and reaction.
That guy's dead. Habar.
He's out of my range now. I can't get my magical hammer.
Just throw it. Just pull it towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna run towards the guy. I should be able to get there, right? Drop my longbow and pull my scimitar.
I'm gonna lean over to Fenthwick as this happens and goes, I never really noticed how many weapons he has on his person.
And I will attack recklessly. 19
19.
Nice. Nice.
for 12
So-
non-magical.
Yep. So 10. It just reduces the slashing
Mm-hmm.
rage. So
I mean, rage is slashing too.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
It's the
he's
same
just got
damage
more
type.
power. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
he just has more power.
Yeah. It does not quite as effective as your hammer.
Yep.
Hell
Same
yeah.
thing.
Oh, same
thing.
damage.
Nice.
Oh well, I'll stay there.
I am going to hold my attack until Archie can assist me by distracting the target.
What are you holding?
I'm holding a chromatic orb.
Okay. So you are concentrating right now on chromatic. Poppy.
Is this a bush?
It is.
You see Poppy drop her. What is she holding now?
Short bow.
Her short bow, and then dives into the bushes. Bonus action.
All right. Go for
From
it.
our perspective, we just watched like a penguin slide across the snow
Give me a
into the-
private
the bush.
stealth roll. Or blind GM stealth roll. Sorry.
If my GM is blinded, I just
Oh.
always tell him I made the roll.
It just notices you.
Oh,
It
no.
does.
Oh,
All right. Regardless, Poppy will take out her whip and
Oh,
attack at
nice.
disadvantage, and misses.
So once again, from this bush, like Habar, you don't see where Poppy is. You just see this bush lashing out It is whose turn?
Fly 60, 50 feet. We'll go there and perform the help action for Halmar. Use all of its movement. That's it.
You feel him move away from you, disappear from your guys' senses. Archie.
I don't like that.
Well, Archie will fly after him to see if he can see him.
Okay.
Archie should have good passive.
Let me just fly. Can Archie see if he can see him?
Well, he wouldn't be able to see him. We might be able to sense him. Give me
Perception.
a check. Would not be sight though, so he does not have advantage.
How about hearing? Because he has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay, so yeah, hearing, you can try to hear for him.
Dope.
Just
You get advantage, so you get to roll again.
I think it should be already using his stats. Fortunately, Archie does not hear anything.
But it says his. Okay, that's because. But he has +3 to his perception.
Okay, so that's plus.
So that would actually
Plus
be
2, so
15.
15,
and-
14.
Yeah.
15. Unfortunately, Archie does not hear anything other than the howl of the wind as in the air that he's at.
Well, balls.
Belladin.
Okay.
Well, since I was holding an attack, can I just throw an attack in that general direction just and see if I hit anything?
Can you change the trigger, or just change if you?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. He didn't get to distract him.
Yeah, but you can take a different reaction, but you would lose the spell.
No, that's fine.
Belladin.
Belladin is going to get to the edge, and it's an action to do a perception check.
It is, yes, because he is hidden from you.
Right.
23. Belladin, you see him.
All right. So Belladin points and says, "He's right here."
Points him. You get
Sense. Yeah.
You see the shifting of snowflakes around his form.
Yeah, man. There's nothing I can do as a bonus action right now. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Halbar.
Yeah. Does that water look deep? Oh, it's frozen. So it's a Oh, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any more movement.
I'm thinking, I'll move up and I'll look around for the guy. I can't see him, so I'll look around for him.
He's not hidden anymore because Bell point him out.
Well, okay, hang on.
I need you to roll me 2 d20 first, though.
Ooh,
Oops.
I don't like that.
15. Okay, roll me another d20. Take another step forward.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Let me see. Where was I? It wouldn't have mattered. I need one more foot. I will drop my scimitar as I run onto the water, and I'll pull out a javelin.
All right.
Oh my God, he's the Swiss Army guy.
And I will throw it at him. Oops.
All right. Disadvantage.
First one was a 17. It rolled in D&D Beyond. You should see it in the account or whatever.
Okay, I believe you. This the first one or the first attack or first roll?
First roll, and the last I
Natural
missed.
one. Yep.
Yep.
Javelin goes flying and skittering across the ice. Anything else, Talbar?
I'm looking. Nope.
So from where I am at, can I see this creature, or are the rocks blocking my line of sight?
Whatever you can see, you can see. Well, you don't see him. You just Belladin pointed out, and you see the shifting of. So, but you do lose the spell slot that you were holding for your.
I already.
Yeah.
I already.
But yeah, you're able to know. You do know the location of the creature, but you're not able to see him. So any spell requiring sight.
Okay, that was what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, but
So
Belladin pointed out like how the snowflakes are now hitting like a
Yeah.
swirling form there.
Yeah,
That you
he's
didn't
not.
notice
He's not
before.
hidden.
Yeah, but anything requiring line of sight.
Yeah, like I couldn't do blight earlier because it says in the spell you have to see the target.
Okay. Then let me measure this. Okay, then I will move. What?
I realized that Halbar's attack should not have been at disadvantage because the help action.
Is
I
it to
specified
anyone?
it was Halbar.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll just roll damage for it.
yeah, because that first roll was a 17. Yep, 11 plus 6 on the dice.
Okay, Fentwick.
Sorry, Fenswick.
So. Well, no, I'm sort of screwed because if it's any spell that requires sight, not a whole hell of a lot I can do to him. Can I take an action and check? Do I still have the Key of Ambrosius on my person?
Use your item interaction to search for it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's in the bag of holding, right?
No, I keep it on myself at all
You
times.
do it on yourself. Okay, you use the item interaction. You still have it.
Alrighty. There's really not a whole heck of a lot I can do, so I will simply dodge.
Copy.
I will bonus action dash. So I will move. Is he in the air or on the ground?
He is not. He's not in the air right now.
And I will
Okay.
move to there.
I need you to roll me a d20, please. Roll me a dex save. The ice cracks beneath you, shatters, and you fall into the freezing water.
Really
Fortunately, you
happy.
can breathe.
Yeah, I'm really happy I've been casting that.
So am I not in the water?
You're in the water,
Okay.
and give me a strength saving throw. You are pulled by the current 10 feet under the water. Yeah, right there. That's where it would have happened. This was the first one. So you are currently underneath the ice.
Is that in my turn?
No?
So where was I initially?
You were here.
No, I'm talking about from back here because now I have to figure out my movement. See, I was in here.
Because you were in there.
So
Yeah.
and then I did bonus action dash, so I have 40 feet left of movement. So I'll swim north for 20
Athletics
feet.
check.
Don't know why it rolled at a. Never
First
mind.
one.
it's
We'll
the
take the
first-
first one anyway.
No, it's
So,
because
yeah.
I thought I was grappled.
Okay. So yeah, you were able to swim against the current, but it does. What is yours? You use half.
Yeah, it's 20 feet. Because I'm swimming, it's
Yeah.
double.
Yeah.
But it's not considered difficult terrain. That's
Right.
That's a different thing.
But I don't think you can have both difficult terrain and swim. I don't know.
You actually can. You can, like, for instance, if I'm dragging somebody, my movement's halved. But then if it's difficult terrain, it's halved again.
And if you're
So
swimming,
you can. With swimming, I don't know. But, I mean, if you say yes, I would have no problem with it.
It's a strong current. Actually, sorry.
But if there's a current, then why did I roll the strength check, the athletics check for?
Be able to even move to not get sweat. I'm sorry, and you actually would have been the opposite because the current goes this way.
So he would have hit
5.
that rock.
Yeah.
She.
Sorry,
But
I
the
forgot
current's
the current.
going east.
Because yeah, the Haldwyn River goes from the south to the north, curving northeast to the ocean.
But I fell here.
Yeah, you fell there, and the current's going. So you fell
I
there,
don't
and
Okay. Okay.
you slide against the rock. It's not like you slammed against it because you fell right against it. It's not like you were swimming and able to like hold yourself against the rock. The current still pushed you and tumbled you.
Okay.
Don't you ignore difficult terrain regardless?
No. That is when I'm. Oh yeah, I do because I'm dashing.
You're
currently.
dashing, right?
But
Right.
at this point, it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
You can still get out.
So
While climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot, 2 extra feet in difficult terrain. But it doesn't matter, you're dashing, so it's 1 extra foot because you're swimming. So it's just your swim speed.
So 30 feet to get there?
I think it's only 2 to 1. 20 feet.
No, but I can't go this way like this. So it must be like that and like that. That's 30 feet. So that's 30 feet. Can I get out with the next 10 feet?
Yeah, you can.
Would I be able to get there?
Yeah.
So this is where I get out with 10 feet. And
Roll me a d20. Give me another deck save. The ice cracks beneath your feet again, but this time you're able to just barely like move to the edge and not fall through.
then I'll do dodge action. That ends my turn. And
Who?
he will do dodge action.
This guy, you see him, or you don't see him, you sense him fly upriver 100 feet
So off the map.
off the map. Are you guys going to choose to pursue?
I'm going to throw a javelin
yeah.
at him.
Archer's gonna pursue him and see if he can see him.
I mean, I'm gonna
Flight speed
get.
of 60.
Yeah, on my turn, I'm gonna get within 120 feet and moonbeam him. So
60? All right. Archie's
And
there.
yeah.
All right, Belladin.
I'm gonna move up there. Did he hide? Can I see him?
Nope, he is not hidden, so you would be able to sense his location, general location.
I put that on him.
All right, that's the start of his next turn.
Yep. Enters the spell area for the first time, or starts its turn there. Yeah. So the moment it starts its turn, it will make a con saving throw or take 15 radiant damage. And that's it.
I'll take out my last javelin and chuck it at
Oh.
him.
Oh,
All right,
Olympic throw.
do it. 2 nat 20s, come on.
How many weapons has Hal like taken out in this?
Oh shit! Max
23
damage.
hits.
Max damage.
Like an Olympian.
Yeah.
It's
You see
13
this javelin
piercing.
sail through the air. Unfortunately, doesn't do quite as much damage, but you did hit it at
Is there a
100 feet.
javelin sticking out, floating in the air?
That's amazing.
Fortunately, it just passes through him.
Okay. I'd like to move back to my longbow.
Amazing.
Hold on.
Amazing throw.
All right, go for it. I'm gonna roll me 2 d20s.
Okay.
Give me a deck save.
All right. Can I see what's happening?
Yes, you can,
Mhm.
as the ice cracks beneath your feet.
Oops. 12 and
Yeah, you're fine. You're able
Damn.
to.
2.
So you take another step forward. Give me another d20. Another deck save.
Damn.
Shit. That's 18 and
Yeah, you make it.
another 21.
21. Man, he is dexterous.
I'd like to pick up my longbow and draw an arrow and shoot over this thing at the fleeing.
You have your javelin out
No, I
Four?
threw it.
No, before you threw it.
before you threw it. Did you? You would have had to taken it out, right?
Yeah, you're right. I would have had to taken it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's your object interaction. Bummer. D&D's complicated, y'all.
Right.
I'm going to move up
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
You walk by Belladin, who's got his like hands up towards the sky, concentrating on the moonbeam.
That's my turn.
I think we'll move up And he will drop the blur spell and cast.
Blur concentration?
Yes.
So it would have already dropped when you were concentrating on holding your attack.
Oh, hadn't thought about that. Okay. Regardless, he will cast Melf's Minute Meteors. You'll see 6 tiny meteors appear, and I will send 2 of them streaking 120 feet.
Nice.
I only have to get within 5 feet of where I think the creature is. Don't have to see it.
All right. 2 of them, deck saves.
He has to make 2 dex saves.
First one is a 10.
Ooh.
So, first one.
Points of damage. Nice.
Wow.
Second one.
Let
Not
me.
so good.
I gotta make another deck save.
Yeah.
This one's a 22.
That
Oh,
one he
nice.
makes.
So is it save or suck?
No, it's half damage.
Half. All right. So 2 points. Still not bad. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Poppy, your go.
He's like off the map, right? So
Yep.
there's really nothing I can do. Let's. Can I climb the rock?
can.
That's smart. Smart.
Oops.
It's 5. It's not like it's like 10 feet up. So
10 feet up, so it'd be
Yeah.
20 feet to climb it.
uh-huh.
Might as well. Oh, there's a wall there. Man, he's like all the way over here. That's.
Let me see. I'll
Shoot him. Your short bow.
I don't have a short bow. It's on the ground. Back here.
yeah. She only has her whip.
Oh,
I do have.
that's right.
I do have my hand crossbow.
All right.
So I,
Paladin's just looking at his staff like, y'all have so many weapons.
I am holding my whip, so I'm gonna have to drop that. Thank God.
Well, it's a hand crossbow, right? It's
Oh wait, it's a hand crossbow. It's one-handed,
Yeah.
Yep.
and I will attack at disadvantage.
All right. Doesn't hit.
Hold on. Oh no, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Bonus action. I'll do. Well, I'll move down here. And then I will do.
Give me acrobatics check because it is 10 feet up. Or are you climbing down?
Yeah. No, I'll jump down. Sure.
All right. Acrobatics.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah. You're fine.
And why did it roll? Oh, the grapple thing. That's why.
Either way, you rolled 23 and 22. So.
And then I will do a bonus action hide.
All right. Give me a blind GM roll.
I have to do it from my character sheet.
Oh, it's not. It's all right. You don't have to. Just give me a.
No, I'll do it. I will do it.
At the end of your turn.
Yes, sir.
Whose turn is it?
You tell me.
Who?
You.
Not me. Who?
All right, baseball people, let's do it.
Who will fly here next to Archie and do the same thing and try to get a beat on him. And then, but obviously we already know where he is, so who will do a dodge?
He is going to.
Make a con saving throw.
Yep. 40 feet.
Takes 15 points of radiant damage before he moves away.
All
We should have
right.
got a bigger map.
I know.
He didn't expect us to be so bloodthirsty.
He's going. I'm gonna just keep adding feet. He's another 60 feet from where he is there. He's just dashing away across the river now, up and across.
Isn't this supposed to be like a really wide river?
Yes. That is his turn. Archie.
Archie will just stay where he is. Dodge.
Belladin.
So he's 100 feet away from his original position.
Yeah, from that original position. He's 100 feet away.
That's annoying as shit. Well, I can't move the moonbeam to him because I can only move it 60 feet. Really bummed I used my wild shape for symbiotic entity. I should have just become a giant eagle. Unfortunately, that measurement doesn't quite work out, right? Because he's actually 160 feet away.
Well,
Not
no, 'cause
100
he's
feet away.
from you. He's 160 feet away from you. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
He's 100
He's so
feet.
far.
So he's
he's-
40 feet from his original position here,
Mm-hmm.
and then another 60 feet from where he is on the map.
Okay, so I'm gonna click my heels together, Dorothy style. Move right there.
So whatever distance that is, add 60 feet.
So that's 125. So 5 foot to his left, I cast Moonbeam again. Because it's 5 foot radius. So if I cast it right next to him, it'll be there. Because he's 125 feet away from me.
All right.
So I put it in the square next to him.
Okay.
I made it work. Thank you, Rick.
All right.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I'll just say it's right there.
And we're going up a beat.
Woo!
That's my turn. And
All
I'm
right.
floating above the ice.
Nice one. Nice one.
Anyone else doing
Yeah.
anything?
I'm gonna move up to my speed out here.
Okay, go
and,
for it.
And I'll shoot at him with my longbow.
It's disadvantage anyway, so this is a perfect opportunity, perfect time to just YOLO it.
Yeah, it's like what, 500 feet is the max?
600.
Oh,
15,
oh, that hits.
15 hits.
11 piercing.
That's
11
amazing.
piercing.
Have or
Non-magical.
have.
Yeah. Damn. Look at just Hal's over here just calling the shots, just Babe Ruth in it, pointing it towards the stands and just knocking them out.
You still see his form there.
Second attack.
All right.
Come on.
Oh, 12
luck.
misses.
Damn.
No more luck? Don't
No
you have
more luck.
another luck? I thought you had
no.
one more. 'Cause you used
Oh,
two.
because I didn't reset. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have
Yep.
one more.
So that's one more D20 roll, right?
Yeah, one more D20
Yeah.
roll. We'll leave the damage.
Oh my god.
8 damage. So that's halved.
Half
4.
to 4.
Still standing.
Oh no!
I did my
Impressive
turn.
as hell. Impressive as hell.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I can still hit him for the next 2 rounds, I think.
All right, Fenthwick.
I guess I will use all my movement to get next to Halbar. And that will be my turn. I'm still concentrating on Melfs.
Milfs?
Concentrating on MILFs. Aren't we all? Poppy.
I am. Oh, that's why. I'll do bonus action dash. Man, I wish I was Guy. Go back to where I was here and start getting all my stuff.
Someone's got to start picking up all these things.
All right, who's staying there?
I am. I'm staying right there.
Who is? All right.
Who is?
Ooh.
Dex save, right?
Con save.
Con save. Oh,
That's 29 radiant damage, my friend.
Belladin.
Wow. Wow.
You want to do this?
I'm like floating like 5 feet above the ice, and my hands are outstretched, the staff in one hand, and I'm just
The
like
very limits of your capabilities and
Yep.
your range.
just pulling down radiant energy from the sky, and just this like billowy form in the sky just like is just like burned by the radiant power, and just like
All you
almost
guys see is this
evaporates.
bright moonbeam intensifying in this 5-foot radius over the ice. You see the ice below it start to crack under the divine energy. And no one else can hear this except for you, Belladin. You hear a slide on the wind
Nice.
as the other attacker, wink wink, whatever this attacker was, dissipates into nothing.
Belladin slowly like comes back to the shore, but he doesn't like fly. He looks like he's just walking on the air, and then he like looks like he's walking on steps coming back down to the shore and says, "Sorry about that. I don't like being ambushed."
You should go out there and check and see if he dropped anything. Last time we fought these things, it took stuff when it hit us.
Oh, they do that? Oh, okay. And then he just walks back up into the sky and then walks over to the body.
Investigation check.
Oh yeah, I'm super good at this.
Before he goes, I'll cast Bless on him.
Oh shit.
Guidance.
Guidance, fine, guidance.
we were a cleric for 2 weeks. Oh, not gonna do much.
Ooh.
6.
Yeah. You don't find anything really.
Yeah. It's just
You
air.
search the ice
stuff.
around, frozen ice around.
I'm making sure I have all my stuff.
I'll pick up all my gear and check my belongings.
Actually, I don't think that one managed to hit any of us.
Oh, well that makes sense. And then Belladin
Check.
walks back.
I think.
Yeah, it was the other one that hit me. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I'm not good at that, so someone else should do it. I didn't find
So
anything.
yeah, I'll go back to where this guy is and see if there's anything there.
All right, give me an investigation check. 24. You look around and you're pretty certain you don't find anything.
I'm so sorry, guys. Belladin puts a hand on Hal's shoulder and says, "Those were some amazing shots and throws." And then when he has his hand on your shoulder, you get healed for 13 HP.
Oh, I'm not that bad off. Maybe you can pick up my javelin.
Oh, that's a good point.
Nice.
Yeah, he goes back out and he grabs the javelin. Do you want the arrows too?
The arrows are pretty
They're
far.
probably broken.
So I go and grab his javelin for him.
All right, pretty easy to spot on the ice. As you guys gather your belongings, still reeling from the sudden attack on the road from Sugod to Duinshire, you check your pockets, your pouches, having encountered a similar attack before. But once again, you've survived the day.
Where did Fintwick go?
He's laying underneath a ghost.
Oh, I was like, what the hell?
He's like, hi.
Stealthing by hiding. I'm hiding behind the ghost.
He's totally ghosting you.
Oh wow. You know, it's not the first time.
So, do I have any idea what these creatures might be now that I've seen them a few times? Or-
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't there with the last time you guys saw him, right? Because I don't remember fighting these guys.
You were in Halbar's backpack. You weren't feeling well.
I think they almost ran away with you.
They tried.
All right. With a 12, can I wild shape into them? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Fenswick, you know this would be an invisible stalker. An elemental summoned as...
Assassins. Ooh.
You know, they're
Oops.
relentless trackers. And when set upon their purpose, they are unwavering.
Oh. Fenwick, do you relay that information?
Yeah, kind of what I
As-
suspected.
Yeah. Belladin's gonna turn around and look at Hal and say, "Looks like they're still looking for you, champ." And you did get that healing. I know you didn't need it, but I still
No.
gave it to you.
No. They came after me.
Oh, they did hit you first.
They hit me
Yep,
first,
yeah.
and they ran after me when I flitted away.
What did you do? Who did you piss off? I know he's the champ. I don't know.
I know they be sent to retrieve items.
Hmm. I don't know.
Summoner.
I rolled a 12, so I probably don't know.
Yeah, they will perform the task set to them.
Fenthwick, didn't you create an invisible stalker to carry your sheets of...
That's
Rock.
no, that's just a servant.
Right, the
I
same
wish
thing, right?
I could create an invisible stalker. Yeah, totally the same thing.
Well done,
Yeah,
everybody.
its sole purpose is to hunt down creatures and retrieve objects for its summoner.
Yep, you would know. With 21, you know. If once you figured out what it is, you would know pretty much.
So who did you piss off, and what do you have that someone else wants?
Well, we were sent into the swamp to retrieve an item, and we kind of stole it. So I assume I assume this is what's his face.
the thing that
Like,
Archie has.
from the Jester's coin.
Fentook, roll me a history check. You would remember that the first time you guys were attacked by these things, you hadn't even made it to.
Of course, but at that time, what my recollection is they tried to run off with Poppy.
8 healing to you, Ventwick.
Really? They did?
Well, we killed them before they did.
No. I meant like no. I was like, how? Never mind. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like
they did.
how did they?
I slept through that whole thing. Yeah, it seemed to me they were trying to. Well, of course, you were in Halbar's bag. Maybe they just wanted something else in the bag. You just happened to be in the bag with everything else.
Well, I mean, then you can cross-reference those two things. What do you have on you now that was in the bag then?
I'm not carrying. I don't think I'm carrying anything different that I.
Do you? You said you have that thing.
Yeah, but we didn't have it then.
Oh, good point.
I
That's a
don't
good
have
point.
anything. And that was even before that we got to
That's before we'd first.
or you
reached
even got
Sagad, I think. Yeah.
that was before Sagad, so
You
Yeah,
have.
it was after the lighthouse, but before we got to Sagada is my recollection.
You're still carrying the bag though, so maybe they're still after it and they're attacking you because you have it.
But the bag of holding?
Yeah, maybe there's something in there they want. They know that that's the location. Well, that's an extra dimensional space, so that shouldn't. Huh?
Yeah, but I'm not carrying the bag of holding.
Oh, who is?
I am.
Poppy is.
Oh,
Maybe they're just after you, Fenwick. They want your hat. That nice beige top hat.
it is a nice.
It is true. It does make a very dashing figure.
Cannot deny
Maybe
it.
the hat's really magic, and I just don't realize it.
Stay away
Are
from
you sure there's
Marisol.
nothing on inside of it? Maybe you should check just in case.
You know, I'll pull it off, and I'll reach in, and I'll pull a rabbit out
Oh,
of it
rabbit.
with minor illusion.
Yeah. So as you guys contemplate the meaning behind these attacks, if they're related, if they are related, what does that mean? You gather yourselves, gather your belongings, and make ready to continue your journey to Duinshire and then onward to the Emerald Conclave.